Cold at the touch, dead in the eyes. No signs of life no more. I put your love under the knife. Leave me to die here all alone. No signs of life no more, no. A crying dove may never fly. It's black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. It's black and white. Come on, baby. Love, no more, baby. Black and white. Come on, baby. Love, no more, baby. It's black and white. Just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico. It's black and white. White, white, white. Just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico. It's black and white. White, white, white. It's black and white. Black and white. Oh, 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 oh. It's black and white. It's black and white.
And we are live for another week of Mobile Mayhem EU Winter Cup 2021, guys. It's your boy Burdick, and we are ready to rock and roll. Some of the things that we've got in store today, we're going to have a great matchup. We're going to take a look at a few things. And guys, as always, we got Imperium joining us. Imperium, how you doing today, my guy?
I'm good, man. I said before, I love the energy you bring, man. I seriously love it. The second you start talking, I'm just like, yeah, let's go. And it's true. We have some absolutely kick-ass games coming up in tonight's broadcast, and I really can't wait to kind of get started in that regard.
Absolutely. And just like that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the schedule. As we can see, in our first matchup of the day, we're going to have Alpenfustung taking on XOXO, Asylum taking on Aphelion, Cilium, and Team Elevate taking on Kings, Tragic taking on Iconic. Now, when I say Asylum, some of you guys probably don't know that name. Maybe you do. Imperium, if you want to go ahead and elaborate on that, because we had a few changes over the weekend that we want to go ahead and let you guys know.
Yeah, so I'll just go through basically some factual information, and it is what it is. Bunker Black are no longer with Bunker, so they're going by their old name, Asylum. So some of the kind of OGs might remember that name and go, okay, same roster, same team, different name. Simple as that. Bunker Gold are now just known as Bunker Esports, which is fair enough. Sinks got picked up by Trisium, so they're now Trisium Sinks. And Tragic GR8, unfortunately, are no longer in the league, and they've been replaced with a team called Crypto. So that's it. That's the news out of your way. We might remind you throughout the broadcast, but other than that, that's the information. That's the news with me, Imperium.
Awesome, awesome. And as we are talking about that, these guys are loaded into the lobby. We're going to be ready to lock and load here shortly. So a few big changes this weekend. I'm excited for what's to come this season. Obviously got some things to look at. And before we even jump into the map bans and everything, I want to take a look at the standings because that's something we haven't looked at recently. As we see in the first part of the Division 1, Affiliates on top, 120 points. King's going to have right below them with 100. Tragic 90 and Bunker Esports. It's all pretty close and tight in Division 1. So this is probably going to be the most competitive division in my opinion. And over on the side of Division 2, it's looking pretty lopsided as Team Elevate has taken the lead and has ran with it. They've got 110 points. Iconic 60, the only other contester, and Alpenfustung struggling a little bit at the beginning of the season with 20 points. However, they are on the board, and we look at the very bottom. Crypto, who is newer to the league, or to the tournament series rather, is obviously going to be in that 0 point side. But we look at teams like EXO and Ancient Esports. These guys have had ample opportunity to step up and gather as many points as they can. Failing to do so is putting them in a very precarious situation. Now, that being said, I don't feel like you're necessarily in a bad spot to be at 0 right now, being in that particular division. Being that it's not lopsided like the other side. Everything is competitive on Division 1, Division 2 looking up for grabs. What are your thoughts on that, Imperium?
Look, of course, a team with 0 points is harsh. It's really harsh. However, I would say that, look, what's important is that one thing is that the score doesn't always represent how close some of the games have been from the teams that have 0 points, right? There's absolutely no doubt that Ancient and XOXO have definitely pushed some of the limits in these games, but when it's all said and done, if you're not able to close out the series, you're not able to close out the points. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. But there's no time like the present, and it's so important that every single team, whether you're at the top or whether you're at the bottom, that you go into every single game with an evolved mindset compared to the next game. Because yes, they're battling against each other, they're looking for points, but in my eyes, every single team should be looking to beat themselves. And when I say that, be better than they were the last day, be better than they were the last game. If you can do that, in my opinion, you're on the right track.
Absolute words of wisdom from my guy Imperium, and I could not have said it better myself. If you're in that position right now, I mean, look at it like it's day one, my guy. Don't look at it like you're down and out, because you're certainly not. Plenty of weeks left to be played in this tournament series. I feel like it is Division 2 still up for grabs. Obviously, we saw one team at the very, very top and elevate, but I mean, that can change in a matter of moments. All it takes is a few aggressive weeks, and you can find yourself right in that top 3 of the division. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and transition. We've got the first matchup of the day there in the lobby and ready to rock and roll. We're going to take a look at some of the map rotations and bans, map bans and gun bans. If you want to go ahead and pull that up for me, Imperium, we'll take a look at that together.
Yeah, 110%. So, the map rotation for this first series is going to be hardpoint on Crash, Search and Destroy on Fire Range, and if we do get to Game 3, it's going to be a domination on Standoff. With regards to the map bans, you can see that Alpenfestung, they took away the Search and Destroy Meltdown. XOXO, they banned the hardpoint Hackney Yard, which, not gonna lie, feels bad, man. I love Hackney Yard. But anyway, weapon bans, Alpenfestung have took away the Man of War. Again, a gun that I'm noticing is being taken off the shelf a little bit more than in the past. And XOXO, hey, They've gotten rid of the good old-fashioned ASM 10. So, to be honest, nothing to me super surprising with regards to the weapon bans and the map bans. What's your thoughts?
You know what? You're just gonna always see that particular gun ban. In my opinion, it's gonna be a part of this this game.
It is.
The ASM 10 has been pretty dominant ever since really the beginning of the game. I mean, I can't think of a moment when the ASM 10 wasn't the meta. And as we say that, we're going to go ahead and jump into our first matchup of the day. We're going to have a search story on, or Hardpoint rather, on Crash. We'll be taking a look at ZZ as we are seeing Alpen Fustang making their way onto the first point. They are going to go ahead and occupy it as it opens up for shop. ZZ is going to be pretty uncontested. Feints is going to be on the outside, but Hackett is going to be able to pull out that Arctic 50, which is super OP too. Definitely the meta since about 2 seasons now. And what are your thoughts on the ASM or the Arctic 50 in regards to sniping and respawns?
I think it's just such a classic gun. It's one of those things where, I unless it gets heavily nerfed, it will always be comfortable to a lot of players, because when you think about it, like, as a gun, because it's been there from the start, players feel comfortable with it. It's all reliable. It's like putting on your favorite pair of pants in that sense. It's something that players will at times gravitate to. Won't hesitate to try different guns, but the Arctic, man, it's there. It will always be there.
Absolutely. With those stopping power rounds, man, I just can't foresee that gun not being used unless it's banned. Then that's just my opinion. And that's just my opinion.
But I don't think it's too OP that it's going to get banned, right? That's the thing. It's just, it's like a Sunday drive gun. It's just, yep, ticking along, getting things going, just having a little bit of fun along the way. Talk about having fun, though, to be fair. Getting through this hard point. Good start by Alpen Fustang. They picked things up in the first hardpoint with a good 22 points. Not as many considering how long the hardpoint sticks on for. But it's been a great turnaround in the second hardpoint preparation for XOXO. They gained the lead. However, they then lost it right now as it's being contested and has successfully been overtaken by Alpen Fustang. Either way, verdict, it's even Stevens at the start of this game.
Absolutely. So the battle for P2 is on. Back and forth, back and forth. These are two teams that are at 0 on the standings. So these guys, if you're either of these teams, you're going to be looking for a 2-0. So if you're XOXO, you're looking to, start this day off strong, start this week off strong, go ahead and put 20 on the board. If you're decided about Fustang, you can do everything you can to get this dub. So these guys obviously play for their lives. And as I say that, P3 is going to be opened up for shop, and we've got like a 3-point margin right here. And as I say, that 3-point margin is closed. So plenty of game left to be played, but as I can see it for right now, it's just back and forth, back and forth. A lot of trading going on. Mar is up to 8 kills. Balance and Faye are also up to 7 on the opposite side. And as I say that, Mar picks up his ninth kill there, though. Renzo not far behind him. So scorecard is looking pretty even for both of those guys in that regards. Mar's setting up and anchoring in this little back alley area that is going to allow them to hold spawns for P4, but he's going to be contested here by Neil. This might be the point for Alpen Fustang where they're going to give P3 up, and P4 is also going to be another story for them as they are spawning out too. So we're going to see XOXO go up about 40 points right before P4 opens up for shop. Alpen Fustang's got some work cut out for them as P4 is nowhere in sights for this team. So, and as I say that, caster curves to the ultimate extent. I see I see XOXO spawning out. So, going to be a battle back and forth. Alpen Fustang definitely down, but they are not out.
What I'm really liking with how the side of XOXO are playing is specifically Neil. I know Balance has more kills, but what Neil has been able to do for his side is he's been able to be positioned essentially pretty well outside those hardpoints and stopping this side of Alpen Fustang from essentially getting too close to those hardpoints to contest them away from XOXO. So really liking how Neil is playing with that sniper. and is giving his team so much more freedom to move in. It seems like with 5 seconds left on this hard point, Alpenfestung, credit where it's due, they might be behind, but they are trying to set up and prepare for the next hard point, and that always deserves a bit of credit because we always talk about a verdict. One of the things that teams tend to slip into if they're behind is that they try to grab the final 5-10 seconds of a hard point, and then they lose the majority of the next one.
Absolutely. You know, it takes a certain awareness, certain level of awareness to be able to recognize that you're not going to be able to get anything out of that old point, and holding for new is where it's at. They doubled down on P5, and it's going to pay off here as 30 seconds are off the clock. We see what was almost a 100-point lead for the side, or 80-point lead for the side of XOXO just dwindle slowly and slowly. Alpenfestung is definitely still in this fight. 20 seconds left to go on the point. They're going to close that gap, and it looks like they're not even going to be contested from XOXO. So Alpenfestung going to close that gap from 80 to 20, securing P5. That was a complete win for them. P4, they attempted at the beginning, but they counted their loss there. They took that L and they moved on, and they definitely set up proper for P5. So P1's going to start up here in about 5 seconds, and it looks like Renzo is going to pull out his grab spikes and brick, but nonetheless, he's still going to be able to pick up the frag onto balance. He's got a sentry gun placed right outside of Delhi, so now all he's going to have to do is that another sentry gun, or did he just pick it up and replace it? Yeah, he did. He replaced it on the front side, knowing that the spawns had flipped. He used that to his advantage. That also takes a certain level of awareness. Once you place that sentry gun, he just absolutely knew that spawns had flipped based off the communication he's getting from his team, and placed it in a strategical place where he can prevent players from making their rotation over in front of that crash site. So kudos to him. That was some pretty keen awareness right there.
Man, it's really good stuff from Alpenfestung. What I'm noticing, and it's actually between both sides, to be fair. You know, it might not be the classiest, flashiest COD Mobile, but what I'm noticing is that both teams are playing pretty calculated. They're playing quite even. They're playing calm as well. There's no real super silly mistakes. There's no real, you know, massive throws. Both teams are playing to their strengths in a solid way, and they are at the best of times countering each other really nicely. It was unfortunately a little bit of a mistake there for Mars. He pushed in on his own despite having the RC car push, but you know, he has to recognize that if he is going to go for that, he has to have that level of support. It was balanced to end up shutting him down. 136 to 136 as we get through about the midpoint game of this hard point. And man, I just, like, it's not like I don't know what to say, but both teams are playing really well.
Absolutely, and I'm taking a look at Balance. Balance pulls out his war machine, trying to find the opponents coming in, and he wastes pretty much all those shots, not able to, well, I wouldn't say waste. Now, what he did do was prevent the rotation over from that bottom spawn point, you know, pushing in. Ultimately, he was taken out, and, you know, the point spread is looking pretty similar to the first rotation. So P3 is going to be opened up for shot. We got a 6-point difference. This is exactly where we were earlier, about a 5 to 6-point difference, and we're going to see Alpenfestung actually have the advantage as P3 opens up. Unlike last time, we saw XOXO have P3 pretty set. P4 was also an area where they were able to maintain due to having spawns. So we're going to see how good Alpenfestung can actually hold this point here, as well as the spawns, because this is going to be crucial to how they make their transition over to P5. Jerry's setting up proper inside of this top P4 area, and he's able to take out Balance, but Balance I'm looking at is still spawning like relatively close to new. So this is too close to call, in my opinion.
Yeah, it really is. I have been a little bit disappointed with ZZ and his kind of lack of kills. I'm not saying he isn't doing anything for his side, but when you look on over to the side of XOXO, every single one of their players are over double-digit kills, right? Over single-digit kills, right? They're into the double digits, whereas ZZ, and I know this game isn't always about killing, but you know, I just ZZ is normally a lot better. That's kind of my point, and I do expect a little bit more from him in these games, especially against a team that is definitely more on Alpenfestung's level compared to other teams in the mobile Mayhem. So I'm looking to see if he can step up leading into the final moments of this first round.
Absolutely. We're definitely going to see a little bit more from ZZ, and P4 is coming down to the last 20 seconds left on the clock. We got one player for the side of XOXO, and side of New, he is going to be taken out. That's Faye and Neil. They're going to be spawning out, so P4 again goes to the side of XOXO, and we're going to see P5 set up and hold for the side of Alpen. Alpen playing this back and forth, very similarly to the way we saw it earlier. Now, I'm just not sure how aggressive they're going to be on this hold, as I'm taking a look at Mar. He is spawning out, as is already, and luckily we're going to see some XOXO members also spawning out, so that might be a sigh of relief for the side of Alpen. Mar is spawning relatively close to the point, so this is going to be a complete P5 hold, hopefully, for the side of Alpen if they want to continue in this matchup. Game one of this series has been split down the middle, bro. I really, it's gotten to the point now where Alpen might take the advantage here, and XOXO still going to contest. If I'm Alpen, I'm going to hold this for dear life. I'm not going to push too many people out. And if I'm XOXO, I'm going to push it as aggressively as I can to get at least 10 or 15 points off of this to even the playing field.
Man, with 8 seconds left on the clock, I even love the fact that Alpenfestung are setting up for... Actually, no, they're not even setting up for this next hard point. My apologies. It is actually XOXO that's setting up for it. And that could be the mistake for Alpenfestung, because XOXO have their number on this next hard point. Once they can defend it, they only need 35 points and counting down. Yeah, Alpenfestung are on 243, but as it is going to be contested, XOXO are holding on to it for now, but it's going to be that swipe down from Haken onto Fane. So that's going to put it into the favor of Alpenfestung. 246 and counting. Oh my god, trying to hold on to it. But ZZ comes in, he gets that double kill. That's the kind of clutch that I wanted from ZZ. It might not have been the most fantastic game, but when it was needed, he got that double kill. It was the first game for Alpenfestung, and they will lead the way in this series.
Absolutely. That's the kind of performance that we needed to see from ZZ. We will just go ahead and scratch the fact that he did not perform at all at the beginning of this matchup. At the end, that's all that matters. He came through in the clutch. He got those finals kills. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, P1, they could have allowed that to go to P2, and it could have been like a toss-up depending on who set up properly. Obviously, XOXO was in a precarious situation, as they knew they only needed Alpen only needed 7 points, so they had to play P1 and P2 as well as they could. Obviously, that was what led to their demise there at the end. GG's to both teams. Hacking going 25 and 26. Renzo 21 and 24. We're going to take a look at ZZ, and dude, this is a number that I feel like always gets overlooked, but I'm always going to point it out. That 3 minutes and 12 seconds on the point, woo! That's money in the bank.
I was looking at that, and that's why I was cautious to criticize the lack of kills he had, because I was aware that he was being the kind of anchor point for these hard point ramp ups for Alpenfestung. It does worry me that, give or take for the most part, Alpenfestung did die quite a bit. 26 for Haken, 20 for, as in like their KD ratios is actually in the negative for the top three, even though they all got high kills. The top three for Alpenfestung are in the negative KD. It's only Dree that actually has the positive KD. I know they ended up winning the game anyway, and that does come down to be fair, pretty solid strategy, pretty solid IGLing. Easy to just stay down on those hard points, but I would like to see them not crumble as much in terms of going down, because the longer you're in the map before you die, obviously, the more momentum you can create for you and your team. But other than that, still great game by Alpenfestung. XOXO, so close, yet so far.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're going to see a second game in the series. It appears we're going to have a search and destroy on Firing Range, one of my favorite maps. So with that being said, if you are Alpen here, you're going for the throat shot. You're going for the the final blow. You're going to take these guys out too. You need 20 points. You need everything you can get your hands on.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Here's a scoop. I think it's going to go to game 3.
You heard it here first.
Nothing against Alpenfestung, but, in my opinion, the writing's on the wall. They're both coming into today's game with 0 points off the back of 2-0 losses, of course, in last Thursday's game. They are at a similar skill level. I would find it crazy for XOXO to not win Search and Destroy.
You know what? I'm reading chat and I'm looking at everybody. You know what? I had to take a look at Hackett earlier on, but I was really looking for the rotation players and making sure I got a little bit of where the setups were happening at and where the transitions were going down. I feel like that's where the battles are at. I'm definitely going to be taking a look at this guy in this next game, because him spamming that Arctic 50 might be the only thing that will allow Alpen, in my opinion, the ability to 2-0 this XOXO roster. With that being said, I'm definitely going to be taking a look at a hack in the next game. So be on the lookout for him.
Here's the thing, though. To be fair, like, Haken is clearly the, and again, with all due respect, Haken is the star of Alpenfestung. He's the strongest, most consistently performing player on that side, and now I know Juri has really been stepping up. Renzo's come into the game quite well, and specifically in that first game, I noticed Mar really had a couple of really solid moments. But it is like that person did comment. It is the Haken show. So sometimes it's you're kind of gonna take it for granted, right? It's not that you don't want to show him, but yeah, he's going to perform, so it's kind of like just let him do his thing. And yeah, it's kind of a given. It's like freaking, yeah, it's a given. But definitely gonna have a look out for him. At the end of the day, though, Search and Destroy, it is give or take a completely different game mode. Yeah, there is those chances to have those real clutch moments in Search and Destroy, but we all know it's a slower paced game. You reset the round after round, you switch between attack and defense. So I think it's going to allow both teams to maybe flex their strategies a little bit more. And that's where we will see other players hopefully shine from both sides.
Absolutely. And we are just about ready to get started up. Yeah, we are ready to go. Go ahead and spam that start button. I see everybody is all green check marks. Guys, let's get straight into the action. I do listen to the community. Therefore, we will be giving the people what they want, and that is hacking.
Also, I noticed that you zoomed your camera in, didn't you?
I did. I tried to mimic both so we could be on the same page too. I feel like we're in sync already, man.
Well, hey, man, I can see your cute, beautiful face, man.
Stop it.
There's more of you to adore on the camera, man. Man, absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure to the viewers watching your beautiful face.
If you guys can see my face, my cheeks are so rosy. Hearing it from Imperium first. Jerry going to be the first person to take it out. Balanced with the nade, landing perfectly. He's got the bomb in hand. We take a look at the map rotations. They're still at a standstill over at the wood and A-long area. So Hacken sees the smoke, takes some shots from that suppressed Arctic 50. If he's able to land anything, I'd be surprised. But yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's even in the vicinity yet. So the push to A is actually going to come in full effect here. We're going to see 4 people pushing in for the side of XO. 1 person in jungle now as the bomb is going to go down. 45 seconds on the clock. Whoa! A wallbang from the side of Hacken. Jesus Christ.
And here's the thing, I was expecting him to be positioned a little bit better to where he just was now, but going where he did, there was an obvious choice that he felt he could get a wall bang. So great play from Hack, and he's now looking over towards the A side. At the end of the day, off the back of getting that kill, even though they didn't lose Mar, now followed by ZZ. Actually, Hacken's on his own. He does come in. He takes down Fates, but time is against him. He's got 3 players in front of him. 10 seconds left on the clock. Off the back of losing a player early on, at the end of the day, it's just not going to be enough. And he can pop off all he wants, but if time is against him, bomb goes off. And it is going to be round 1 going over to XOXO. Well played from XO, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely. That was 100% theirs for the winning. Hacken, almost 1 kill away from an ace would have been slightly appropriate, giving he actually was able to defuse the bomb. Time down on his hand. I'm going to need to see a little bit more from Alpin, dude. Come on now. You got Hacken over here putting in some supreme work. Where's the rest of his support at?
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, in that first round, you know, EXO were so, like, kind of concise with the strategy they pulled off. Got that early kill, went for the A-bomb site, because it's much easier to pull off an A-bomb side plant when you have more players compared to your opponents. But they do switch things up straight away. They trade up. We're going to see Renzo coming in to get a double kill, and that's going to really help them, as it's going to be just Neil left standing for XOXO. What did look pretty good for them as they push on towards the B side. It's going to be a fantastic response. ZZ comes in to get the final kill, and it is going to be a point over to the one and only Alpenfeston.
Absolutely. Finally getting that support he needed. Hacken didn't get a single kill that round, but his team, I saw the communication, and you know the communication was there because the rotations from Alpin 100% on point. That transition over to the B bomb site was supreme. So Hacken, unable to get a kill that round, doesn't matter. They still won the round. That's all that matters in this particular game mode. So the bomb is going to be held hostage right outside of A-Long. Balance going to be peeking outside of that A-Long back trailer burnt car area. So they're still going to be playing pretty conservative. As I say that, they make their way over. Smoke is down, but I believe Hacken's got a pretty good point. Mrs. Chu gets the communication to his team, and let's see how they make this transition over to the site with 40 seconds left to go.
At the end of the day, the bomb's being planted though, Verdict. So in my eyes, XOXO have done exactly what they want to do. It's going to be a trade between Renzo and Fates on both sides. Sauce is going to go down. Mar is being a nightmare for the side of XO as he does get a double kill, followed by Juri on the balance. Yeah, okay, Hacken got taken out, but at the end of the day, Neil once again left on his own in a 1v1. The bomb is being defused as smoke's going to go off. He pulls it out of the bag just in time. Neil can't get there, and it's a great point for the side of Alpenfesto.
That took like the best awareness, and it was like A1 awareness for the side of Alpen right there. I didn't see who was
teamwork.
Was that ZZ who defused, or was that Mar?
It was Mar.
Mar. Okay. That was like superior discipline, man. He was taking shot. He was getting shot. He knew that he had that smoke on his side, so staying disciplined enough to be down to defuse that bomb. That's a make or break thing for teams.
110%. But it was overall great teamwork that led the way because, you know, they pushed in together and they knew they had to. Time was against them. It was a really solid early bomb plan from XOXO. But either way, this time goes on. It's going to be a B bomb plan stopped by Renzo as he picks up a double kill. It's going to be a third on the Sauce. Is he going to look for the 5-way pass? We'll have to wait and see. Neil comes in, though. He's going to get a double kill for his side. He stops the side of Alpenfestung. He's giving a little bit of hope. Although, just as I say that, he's taken out by Mar. Fane's going to respond. It's a 1v2, but he's yet to get the bomb. And here's the thing, Verdict. It's by the B side. They have the numbers advantage. Alpenfestung, all they have to do is wait. They don't need to do anything. Just make sure you do not get caught out.
And there it is. You caught it. He got caught. They played very well there. I was so against the push from the sniper coming in. I didn't expect him to push it. I was hoping he would stay back, and it actually panned out. So Mar and teammate definitely clutched that up. The bomb again is going to be played outside of this A-long area. We're going to spectate Hackett as he's got 5 frags on the board, only able to pick up 1 after that first initial round, where he popped off and got 4 for us. Didn't clutch the round, doesn't matter, still put on the show for us. I was entertaining in my opinion. He's going to be setting up inside the top 10. Bomb still yet to make the rotation, and we're going to see pretty much a standstill as communication is going to be going back and forth between this XOXO roster. They're down by 2. Still plenty of search and destroy left to be played. So with that being said, I'm seeing a back jungle area push balance with bomb in hand. We saw Renzo pop off last round with that MP5. Is this a double fakie? It is. They're going to be rotating back to A.
Way.
You dirty dogs.
Oh, I don't like that. I think that's too predictable. I think it was giving them too much of a time frame, because going from B straight to A does take time. Dree comes in, takes down Sauce. That's good from the side of Alpenfestung. Yes, the bomb is most likely going to be planted. No grenade being fired up. Maybe they used all their grenades. Indeed, it's going to be an A-bomb plant. The time is ticking down, and let's see what the side of XOXO can do. Well, at the end of the day, Bounce is going to get shut down, and once again, Neil is left on his own. He gets 1, but it's going to be traded out instantly. And here's the thing. I can't help but think, why, for 3 rounds in a row verdict, is Neil left on his own for the side of XOXO? Is that bad IGLing, or is that bad from Neil that he's not joining up with the rest of his team on the defense? Yes, I know he has a position to cover, but at the end of the day, if you're the same thing over and over again and you're the last one standing, you need to switch things up as a player, as a team, in my eyes.
You know what? I want to agree with you 100% on that, but at the same time, I felt like that B push or that A push back from B was not this. That was not it. It was definitely not it. Neil picks up 2 big frags here. I think Neil needs to continue doing what he's doing, because I've seen that push and strategy work on the attacking side, but the only times I've ever seen it work is if you're able to get a pick at B. If you can get a pick at B while you make that rotation back to A, it's going to give the opponents the opponents the idea that you're going to be planning B because you took one of their teammates out. Now, if you're not getting the pick there, that was, in my opinion, just a waste of time going to the back jungle area.
Totally agree.
I mean, were they scared of Renzo? Was Renzo like the deciding factor as he picked up like 3 big frags on that last B push?
No, honestly, it was just like half an execution in that regard. It was like, good theory, bad execution. It was like tickling somebody hoping you're going to draw blood out of them, right? That's just not the case. It's not going to happen like that. But either way, that was then. This is now. We can see the side of Alpenfestung. They switch on over to the attacking side. They are 3 rounds ahead, but Neil is going to play right into loving arms and takes down Renzo, leaving Mar and ZZ left standing. I don't get why Renzo went in towards a B, 1 without information, and 2 kind of on his own, so there's no counter frag. However, just as I say, that feint is going to get taken out, so that's going to leave it a 2-on-2, especially with the fact that ZZ, well, he was able to get the bomb, but he does get taken out just before it happens. Now he comes in, he's going to shut down balance. Neil saves the day. He saves the day just about for XOXO.
Absolutely. XOXO. If I'm Neil, dude, I still got to stand strong by it. You got to continue what you're doing because it's working. It's a team effort, and I just feel like this guy's ability with the sniper is just superior.
True.
He gets 2 right there with the wallbang. Hacking's gonna pick him up, but I mean, you got to think bombs in the hands of Renzo. Hacking is left alone there and on the backside of the A trailer. No, Renzo's going to be right there in trailer with him as I'm spectating him. Neil is going to be the deciding factor for this XOXO roster. So, if anything, I feel like XOXO should be, modeling their pushes and their holds off of his abilities in sniping. And that's a lot of investment. You take a look at the scorecard. Neil's got 14 kills.
It's not just that, but it's like, and I get that XOXO are the defending side, so in theory they don't need to 100% push off the back of getting early kills, but last round, Neil got 2 early kills. XOXO just about, and I mean just about won the round. This round, same thing, but there's no real return. Where's the capitalization from XOXO? They've allowed themselves to get taken out. Hacken comes in, gets sauce, and it's like Neil's good work is completely undone. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but come on, XOXO, you need to step it up. This is game, set, match point for Alpenfestung. They've performed extremely well. They deserve to be in this position, but I know XOXO can do better.
Absolutely, and that being said, game point is on the line. Alpen's going to make their push towards the B bomb site, which is completely evacuated. They're going to make the rotations over. No! Jerry takes out Faints. Faints takes out Renzo, so the trades are made. 4v4 now. One round is all that is needed. ZZ picks up a snipe, too. These guys are just superior with the sniping abilities. I don't know how these guys do it, man. It's going to be a 4v2. Faye and Neil going to be the last remaining players. Neil's going to play this conservative slot inside of top 10, which might pay off with the bomb being right out onto the... Oh! Lasered! Neil sees the bomb, top 10, gets the shots off before the bomb goes down. A1 placement from him, but you know what? I'm thinking about it now. I'm looking onto it. He is kind of playing his own thing right now, and I think I think he's kind of forced to do it because, I mean, he's not getting that much support. Bomb picked up by ZZ.
Why did you move away, Neil? Why did you move away? I don't know if it was just a tiny sound of footsteps fake from ZZ, but at the end of the day, Neil moved away. He turned for a split second, and ZZ took advantage of that. It was a risk for ZZ. I know he knew it was a risk. I thought he was actually going to push and go for the kill onto Neil, as Neil has to make a play. Time's ticking down. He's still got 20 seconds, so he can use that to get some information. And ZZ?
I don't know how Neil didn't see him the first time.
Sorry, bro, but what?
I think he was hiding inside of one of the dead opponent, or like his dead teammates right there, and I think that's the reason why Neil didn't see him.
Okay. 9,000 IQ play, but it didn't work out, my friend. It didn't work out.
You creepy crawler. ZZ gets the bomb plant down, isn't able to clutch the roundup as he just got it laid there, AFK. Oh my god, Neil again just abusing those wall bangs. He's up to 17 now. 17, pay the man.
Man. But he does get traded up. It's 4v4. Hacken is, as we saw, shut down. Renzo goes for an early bomb plant on the A site. Now it's going to set down to the 40-second mark and counting down for the side of XO to make a play. And here's the thing. I don't have that much faith because, one, Neil's taken out. Two, XO in general haven't been able to do that much. However, maybe they could be proving me wrong as Fates could get the kill. It is going to be returned. The balance shuts down. Renzo, Mar, and ZZ left standing. Mar is going to be on the... ZZ's going to be on the A-long. Mar's inside the trailer. He's going to get shut down. But is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? 1v1 with 3 seconds left on the clock. It doesn't matter. ZZ shuts him down. That's going to be 6-3. That's going to be the game for Alpenfestung. That's going to be the series for Alpenfestung. And they finally kick off their mobile Mayhem winter season with some points on the board.
Oh my god, what a dramatic end to the game. Before I move any further with that, I just want to give a shout out to Jim COD Mobile. Jim, bro, I appreciate that raid. I wanted to jump in and stop Imperium, but when the flow is going, guys, you gotta appreciate the man. The man puts in work. Imperium, the 7th member of either team, or the 6th member of either team, coming through in the clutch with the casting, bro, just absolutely A1 on point. Man. I appreciate that. Jim, big shout out to you, my guy. Thank you so much for what you do for the community. We're going to take a look at the scorecard here. And Neo, 17-5, dude. You got to believe that he's got to find some kind of support from the rest of his roster. It was just a lopsided match. He almost dropped 20 on these guys. If this would have gone a little further for the side of XOXO, he would have easily dropped 20 in my opinion. That's just me, though. Renzo 10-8, Mar 11-6, ZZ 8-4. Pretty good stats for the side of Alpenfestung, and it appears as though they were just out fragging these guys as Neo not able to get any kind of support in their aspect of search and destroy in general.
It was like this to me. It was like this. Here's the way I looked at it. when Alpen Festung were the defending side, they played really well. Like, they played really well as the defending side. They were very much aware of play styles and strategies XOXO were going to look to try and utilize, and they really did shut them down in a strong way. So Alpen Festung, really solid stuff as the defending side. But XOXO as the defending side, they threw a couple of rounds quite heavily, and they can't let that happen. You can have a player like Neil who absolutely pops off and gets 2 kills right off the bat, but if as a team you are not utilizing that in the right effect, you know, it's clearly not going to work. And that was definitely more of a second half throw from XOXO. Like I said, they can do better, but at this moment in this game, they didn't. They didn't, and they need to, and I hope they do coming into Thursday's games.
Absolutely. And I'm reading some of the chats here. One of the things that just really popped out to me, it says, take in mind that XOXO have no chemistry right now because roster just changed like yesterday.
Fair.
That is a fair assessment. So with that being said, you know, if I am XOXO, I'm going to model my search and destroy, especially for that particular map, 100% around Neo. Neo needs to have a little more support in his role. He's pushing up aggressively directly onto the bomb site at A, and you know, he's gotten several big kills that they should have capitalized on. And in my opinion, I feel like there were too many times where they started the round off with the first frag, and their teammates wandering out separately, allowing Alpen Festung to take advantage of you know, of that particular situation. So if I'm XOXO, I'm gonna regroup. You got a lot of talent. Obviously, we saw the back and forth trades at hardpoint. It was not a one-sided game there.
No, it wasn't. And that's why I say, that's why I did say, and I do genuinely think they were wise words, not to, you know, toot my own horn, but that's why I say you always aim to be better than yourself. So for XOXO, yeah, that's a fair point. They might be a changed roster from yesterday and all that jazz. That's okay. I'll so to speak, forgive them for that. I'll be aware of that. So Thursday, they'll have 2 days to, or at least another day to practice. I want to see a better XOXO compared to today. I don't directly want to see them, you know, of course I want to see them win, but I don't necessarily expect them to win. But I want to see a better XOXO compared to today. And
Absolutely.
if we get that, I'll be a lot happier.
Absolutely. And as we transitioning over to this next matchup, just to recap, hardpoint was taken by Alpen Festung. They went 250 to, what was it, like 230? 230-ish?
220.
220. So it was still pretty good, pretty close. Back and forth trades. The search and destroy, in my opinion, was just completely lopsided. 6-3. Not a lot of support for the side of XOXO. We're going to transition into a short break, but up next, guys, stick around. I need you to stick around. We're going to have Asilian, formerly Bunker Black, going to be taking up Aphelion. And guys, you don't want to miss out on that. You don't want to miss out on this Aphelion roster. Jim coming through with a raid earlier. Big shout outs to Jim. We're going to go ahead and get started up here as soon as we get this break, guys. We'll be right back momentarily. Stick around. Alrighty, guys, we are back live. Vertica, your boy Imperium. We're gonna have something fun in store for you guys this next game. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna jump into the VCs, so some voice chats. I'm excited to hear these comms from the guys over at Aphelion. They're joining in the lobby as we speak. Looks like we are almost ready to go. And before we even think about jumping into the game, we're gonna talk about some of these map bans and rotations here. I'm taking a look at it. Imperium, what do you see, my guy?
Man, okay, so it's going to be a hardpoint standoff, which is always nice. Search and destroy going into meltdown, and if we do get a game 3, it's going to be domination on raid, which I'm really actually looking forward to. Map bans, Elysium, they banned the hardpoint crash, and Aphelion banned hardpoint Hackney Yard. So one thing, I am noticing that Hackney Yard is being banned more and more. This is the second series in a row that we've seen Hackney Yard banned. And what is also interesting is both teams banning a hardpoint specific map. For weapon bans, Elysium have taken away the Arctic 50. Oh man, the Arctic 50 taken away. How dare they? How dare they? And Aphelion, they've taken away the chopper.
I felt like were we just talking about that Arctic 50 getting banned?
We actually were. It's actually horse. Like, it's actually, oh man. No, that's unfair, man. That's unfair, like.
That is unfair. Now, what I didn't see banned was the Man of War and the ASN-10.
Yeah.
Who's that gonna come back and bite on the rear end? That's a question we're gonna have to see. So, yes, guys, we are gonna be jumping into the voice chat of nonetheless Aphelion. We're gonna be listening into Toby, Jim. We're just gonna have the opportunity to listen to these guys talk. Ghoul, Sav. I mean, come on now. What's better than that? These guys are absolutely outstanding. And if you've seen Jim stream any dude, you know he's very vocal. So I hope they're able to keep it family friendly. I'm sure they will. They know the rules of the game.
Hey man, you know, I said it last week. I'll say it this week. Jim, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. Simple as that.
Nobody.
Nobody. I know that he's ready to pop off. But then again, they are going up against a team, okay, that yes, they might not be with Bunker anymore, but you know what? That doesn't matter. Guess why? Because they're coming off the back of beating Elevate last Thursday 2-0. Elevate, the current leaders of Division 2, right?
Absolutely.
Bunker, Black, or oh, crap, I made that mistake, sorry. Elysium, either way, are, in my opinion, at a pretty confident high, and they should be. They deserve to be. I know that their roster is pretty damn strong. You have Shark, you have Warvac, Kosh, Xeno, Marvel. They are very strong, and I know this is going to be a pretty big test for Aphelion. A very big test.
Absolutely, and I've got to say, this is probably going to be, in my opinion, the match of the day. Aphelion, top of Division 1. Elysium fighting for their right to be inside of that top 3. This might be the opportunity for them to do so. I just don't think they're going to be able to 3 or 2-0 these guys in Aphelion here. We're going to go ahead and get started up here. Everyone is loaded in the lobbies. We're ready to lock and load. And guys, stay tuned. We're going to be jumping in the voice chat of Aphelion. You guys stay pumped.
Oh man, it's gonna be very, very good. Like I'm curious with regards to how both teams are gonna look to approach this early part of game one, because not only is it a pretty common, well-known map, but I think both teams are going to be respecting each other. And yeah, you might see a little bit of aggression as the side of Aphelion are definitely getting a couple of early shots off and a couple of early kills off, and even an early control on this hardpoint one. But what I'm thinking is that Aphelion are just going to play a little bit more passive and be a bit more calculated going for the next hard point, and just looking to try and set themselves up. Not react, but proactive play as you get further into this game.
Absolutely, and I hate to cut you off on that aspect, but we're seeing the side of Aphelion just completely dominating this first point. And with that being said, guys, I just got info that we are not going to be able to jump in Aphelion's VC because they were unable to here in our server, guys. So, unfortunately, we're going to jump into the to the next matchup, though. So, guys, stay tuned. We will be listening on comms. It's just not going to happen this day. So, I was pumped, but that's okay. We got great gameplay. 53 points. Going to the side of Aphelion is Jim. I don't think he's died yet. This guy's got 5 frags with the KRM. He's 7 now as he picks up a DRH. P2 is open, and Imperium. What are your thoughts? KRM above all for Jim here?
Man, I love the adaptability from Jim. That's the thing. He's known as a pretty fantastic sniper, but don't disagree with what he can do. Close range. Talking about close range, Gold just got a sweet double kill. The hardpoint is finally in the direction of the side of Imperium. Now, I know, like I said, I feel like Imperium are just going to look to play a little bit passive. However, one thing they do have to be aware of is that they don't feed the members of Aphelion, right? They don't allow them to unlock all the power that they have within them, right? So I hope that isn't the case, as 25 and counting for the side of Aphelion with 5 seconds left on this hard point.
Absolutely, and the transitions to P3 are going to be made, and it looks like Aphelion is still continuing to slay out. Now, 40 points behind definitely leaves you in a position where you got to be able to maintain this P3 here. And as I say that, we're going to see some contention for the side of Aphelion. So Aphelion able to get them out of the point, not necessarily take captive of the point. They do take it now, but I do believe, they're going to have a good proper setup here. P3 is going to be another L for the side of Aphelion here. So I'm not sure, man. I was expecting a little bit more from these guys, and they're just completely getting out fragged right now. They're just being dominated. Jim's already at the 12 kills.
Yeah,
this is definitely
that's something I've noticed, Verdict, is that there's very much a lack of kills from Aphelion, and again, I'm all for the main passive, but they do have to look to be a little bit more aggressive and controlling and not let this game get run over. But just as I say, the Ibot comes in, gets a sweet double kill. He's finally going to get shut out by Zeno. He's on 7 kills, so it's good for Zeno. He's going to look for another one. It's going to be a trade-off between these two players. All the while, Aphelion are just racking up those hardpoint points. 121 to 138, nearly getting to the point of being 100 points ahead of Aphelion in this game one. Wow. I definitely, to echo what you said, Aphelion, they need to get back into this.
Absolutely. Aphelion needs to find their foot placement here, as it's been all Aphelion. Toby, Jim, playing the roles super well. Shark, man, I expected to see a little bit more from this guy. I've heard people in chat say that this guy's probably one of the better EU comp players in the game. And as of right now, I'm not seeing a whole lot from him. I'm going to need to see... Yeah, fair. Yeah, exactly. I need to see more than fair. I need to see like aggressive gameplay. Right now he's getting outmanned, outfragged, outgunned. outplayed in all aspects of the game right now. As we see a 112-point lead for the side of Aphelion. What is it that Cillium needs to do here to bounce back?
Honestly, I'm looking at this and I'm going, I don't think they can. I'm trying, you know, again, I'm no expert in COD Mobile, but I'm looking at this and I'm going, they've got nothing. They're fully flat. They're absolutely flat. Like, because you mentioned, like, you know, normally a player like Shark is kind of popping off, and if a player in a team like, you know, Neil as an example in XOXO is able to kind of pop off, at least that kind of says to me, oh, there's a bit of hope, right? There's a little bit of hope that they can get back in that with that OP player. But I'm sorry, Cillian, but nobody in your team is really stepping up to the plate. Nobody's really doing anything, and this is a massive whitewash. I'm genuinely shocked, to be honest.
I am too, bro, because I was definitely looking forward to seeing this go to a Game 3, and at this rate, I don't even think we're going to make it through Game 2 without seeing something bad happening here for the side of Cillian. Plenty of game left to be played. And again, the Search and Destroy might be the make or break thing for the side of Aphelion. This may be where they find their equalizer. At the moment, it's definitely not Hardpoint. Hardpoint has been all lopsided, all in favor of you guys over at AE. Aphelion absolutely dogging these guys. And it's just, I mean, this is another, this is another roll to add to.
Just go into Jim, please. I'm begging you, just go into Jim. He's absolutely, oh man. I know he just got shut down, but he's on 27 kills. That's nearly double the amount of kills of anybody else on his team. And it's not like people on his team are playing badly. That's the thing. He is absolutely blowing up. He's not popping off. He's like popping out of this world. He's like in another, you know, stratosphere. He's in another Milky Way. The guy is absolutely on point in this game. What did I say? Jim, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. And he's doing it in this game. He's absolutely doing it.
Absolutely. And as I'm taking a look at Jim, it looks like he spawned right in the blue area, the big blue house, the P3 area. And I cannot stress this enough. Cillium, it's like they got dressed for school and didn't even show up, my guy. Jim threw the flashbang down on the ground in front of his face because he knew the game was over. He almost puts 30 on the board. My guy, Jim, he's our man. He did it. Ain't got to worry about anybody else doing it. He did it.
Like, again, I am so shocked. Like, so shocked. They got annihilated. They got destroyed. In no way, shape, or form is that a sign of how good a Cillian are. No, it's quite clear that they extremely underperformed. But what Aphelion did so well is that they did not give Cillian an inch to get back into this. Right? They did not. They kicked Cillian when they were down. And I love that about Aphelion because it's always important that if you're in the lead, you don't back off. Yeah, you might be aware that, hey, you know, a team is gonna like trying to come back hard, but you don't back off. You do not stop until the game is over. And Aphelion, they absolutely did not stop. It was oh, man. It was bad. It like when I say it was bad, it's like it was. Oh man, yeah. I just hope Search and Destroy is much closer. That's it.
I need to see a competitive Search and Destroy here, especially. You got to think, they're no longer a part of the Bunker Esports family. Is this, you know, a direct connection to why they're performing, you know, poorly in that Hardpoint game? I don't know if there's a direct, you know, correlation to how their performance is, but you got to think like something had to go down for that. We won't go into the details of that because I don't want to focus on that, but obviously they're going under an old name. Is that right?
Yeah, but you bring up a fair point that when it is part of life that, you know, things that, you know, not directly like drama, but things that happen in your life, right? Tension, etc., just takes away the focus of your game. And yeah, that is something that could have affected Asilium's focus in this game. If they're going to look to be one of the best in Europe, they can't let that happen if that's the case tonight. So it's a fair point, but it shouldn't be, and it can't be an excuse for themselves in the future.
Absolutely. And I know we talked a lot about Jim, but something else that I wanted to point out, and I want to make sure that I do this every game because I feel like this is the most important part. The Saturn's performance, almost 3 minutes on the point. I know you right there with me. You already know. Yeah. You read me like a book, my guy. What chapter are we on? You already know it. You're right there. 2 minutes and 58 seconds. And not only that, dude, but Guy went 15-9. So very great performance from him. When you're able to, you know, have teammates like Saturn's being able to be in point and winning their gunfights, making sure that you're able to get a chunk of that pie off the point. Jim can do what he wants, my guy. And when he's in his zone, we saw it, dude. Don't let Jim get in his bag. Because he gonna pull you out and he gonna pop you. With a shotty, if he picks a DRH up, or if it's with a sniper. And we're gonna... Go ahead.
And no, here's the thing. I think... I could be wrong, but I think Aphelion are generally a better team in Search and Destroy than they are in Hardpoint.
That's scary.
To be honest.
That is...
I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't know if they would agree with me. It's my potato brain with observations coming to that correlation. But I do, simply because Jim is so good with that sniper that he can really help turn those rounds around, and we've seen Aphelion get better and better with that. So we'll have to wait and see.
Absolutely, and as we say that, I'm going to be taking a look at Jim. He is not sniping this game. He is opting to use the HS. He gets one there as he puts himself in a very dangerous position. Is going to be taken out. Bomb is going to be planted at A. Jim playing that Slayer role inside of this Search and Destroy meltdown map. I think he could still pop off here, even though he's obviously dead now. But this is definitely the map where you're going to get those short-range gun fights. And that shotty is going to do well for you. The round is over before it even begins. The side of Aphelion are going to go up 1-0.
Here's the thing. Concise, clean, knew exactly what they wanted to do. They got the first kill. It was kind of traded, but in my eyes, because they were so quick to the board, they were so quick to that bomb plant that they were then able to defend quite well. Plus, the Asilium... Yeah, okay, they've gotten the first kill in this round, but Asilium are licking their wounds right now. Jim gets a sweet triple kill. Oh, Jim! Oh, baby! Oh, man! He gets a 5 cap! Oh, Jim! Oh, Jim, baby! I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
What did we? Was that an ace? Did my guy Jim just get an ace?
As far as I know. Jim just got, as far as I know, Jim, at least 4 kills. But correct me if I'm wrong, Jim just got an ace.
That was an ace, dude. He had 1 kill that first round. My guy Jim putting on a show for us with the HS. I'm still out of shock, dude. I clipped that, dude. I have to clip that. We're gonna put that up for highlights. Warvack's gonna take Jim out early there, but the damage is already done. Imperium, I saw you just reconnect. I think I reconnected too. We're going to have to submit our screenshots or else we're going to be DQ from the next match. So go ahead and make sure you submit that. Shark YT is going to be taken out by Toby there. Toby setting up proper. He's going to be flashed, it looks like, stunned in mid. He's going to be taken out by Zeno,
wow.
Warvack, and Kosh. Saturn's picking up the refrag. 15 seconds left on the board. That is going to be an easy defuse and maybe a little bit of a momentum shifter for the side of Asilium here.
Much better round for them, to be fair, and taking out Jim early on was, to be fair, going to be a big part of that. And plus, I noticed Warvack played a really strong position, and they worked as a team, and that's what was really good about Asilium in that round. It did help that it was towards the B bomb site, where I think it's a little bit easier to kind of work as a team, work as a unit, because it's a little bit more close quarter. But credit where it's due, they still played a very strong round, and they fully deserve that point. Jim is going to kick things off, though. He does get 1 kill traded out between Xeno, though, all the same. So it's going to be a clean 4v4 battle, although just as I say that, is going to be goal taking out Warvac.
That was a clean shot by Jim initially, but then he pulls the SMRS out. That might have been the make or break moment for him as he was taken out. Inside of that boiler room area, I would have just kept the shotgun out. Him swapping to that SMRS was ultimately what led to his fate. 15 seconds now remain, and I don't think that Asilium, even though they've got a little bit of momentum going, I don't think they're going to be able to have time to push in, take the kills, and get the defuse. So the round is going to go to Aphelion, not Asilion. Those guys, they rhyme in names now. That's it is getting close. 1-3 in favor of Aphelion as that round ends.
It's really quick. It's really quick bomb plants from Aphelion. They've only lost a round off the back of an early bomb plant, obviously once they're down a point, but every single other round they've gone for quick early bomb plants, and they've chunked that time down. Right, the second they plant that bomb, you're basically, you know, knocking nearly a minute off the clock. And yeah, credit where it's due, because when you're forcing your opponent's hand time-wise alone, there's a much higher chance they're going to make a mistake, because there's that little bit of panic set in from the time difference. So that's where Aphelion are really utilizing that kind of strategy.
Absolutely. We're going to see Warvac Warvac being pushed by Saturn. Saturn gets the hit marker with the concussion, leaving him pretty useless there. We're going to have another bomb plant and an aggressive hold for the side of Aphelion. Saturn's going to be pushed by 2, Xeno and Kosh. I don't think he knows Kosh, or Xeno was there, rather. He's going to take out Xeno. Kosh, last one. He gets the shot off with the deagle. Aphelion up 4-1.
It's kind of like, again, Aphelion are coming into this going, okay, now, to be fair, we swapped sides and Asilium are the attacking side, but it's like Aphelion just came with this, and again, they're kicking a man while he's down, right? They're just literally giving it to Asilium. They're not slowing down. They know exactly what they're doing. They know Asilium are weakened. They're down mentally. Their confidence is low, and they are taking advantage of that. But now, as the attacking side of Asilium, what can they do to turn this around? They're definitely having a good start, getting 3 kills in the early game.
Absolutely, and how can they capitalize on this? This is that's the question of the hour. Toby and Ghoul playing completely side by side here. They're gonna make the rotation over to this B bomb site via the sniper perch area and the backside. Oh, Shark!
Wow,
living up to his name. Beautiful. Finally showing up for the test here, as we are midway through, and we're about 80% through. If they don't find some kind of groove here, Shark and team Asilium going to be 2-0. So better late than never, but never late is better, in my opinion. So I'm going to need to see,
I like that.
I'm going to need to see a little bit more from Shark and team Asilium. You got to find your momentum. You got to find your groove. You got to find consistency. That's one thing you don't want to struggle with going up against a foe like Aphelion, dude. These guys will use and abuse you like it's, nobody's business. 5-4 man advantage for the side of Asilium. So go ahead and take advantage of it while you can. Bomb is down. Only a few seconds remaining. Saturn's pushing in. 27 seconds remaining. Plenty of time, actually. And we're going to see the tides turn. A 4v1, 4v0. Bomb is defused. Yeah.
I will say what I'm really happy to see from Asilium is that they are trying to give as good as they've got from Aphelion, right? They, on those first 2 rounds, they went for a pretty quick bomb plant, and they even got the early kill on that last round on Jim. However, what Aphelion did different compared to what Asilium did as attacking side is they push in hard, and it was a beautiful flash by that B site that allowed them to get 2 kills onto Asilium and instantly turn it around in their favor. So really good stuff from Aphelion, but this is game, set, match point for the side of Aphelion, and they're kicking things off extremely well as Ghoul comes in to take out Warvac.
Saturn's abusing him there. They're going to go up in the series 2-0 20 points to the side of Aphelion. Asilium is going to go pointless today. Down today, not out of it, even though Division 1 is just uber competitive, in my opinion. It's probably the category you don't want to... That's not the division you want to be in. Saturn's popping off at the end, gives him the top frag position. He goes 10-3, not to outshine my guy Jim. My guy Jim dropped 5 in one round. He got the ace. The absolute ace.
On one hand, I shouldn't be surprised because Aphelion currently hold on to the top spot in their division, right? So on one hand, I shouldn't be surprised, but again, you go into your game with the aim where you should have been better than you were last week, and Asilium riding high off the back of beating Elevate last week. I was thinking, hey, they're going to perform good. They're going to push Aphelion. This is going to be a close game. No. Asilium, man. Yeah, it was a whitewash. It was beating a man down when he's... You know the meme from The Simpsons?
Where it's Homer's just like...
No, it's like where the priest Reverend Lovejoy's wife is like, won't somebody think of the children? That's kind of like, that's what I thought about Asilium, or just like, leave him alone. He's already dead.
Leave him alone!
Man, that's what I felt for Asilium. Now, I'm really hoping they bounce back because, again, I know they're a better team than that. They are 100% a better team. I
have to agree with you there. They are definitely better than what their performance was today, regardless of what they got going on over the weekend. Whatever changed, they should have had that same momentum they had Thursday. It would have been a much more competitive match for us to watch.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, these guys Aphelion, they're like a pack of wolves, dude. They smell blood, and they just instantly, they did not let off the gas, and that's exactly how you got to be in a game like that.
I will say, one of the most, trying to look at it in a bit of an isolated manner, outside of how bad Asilium formed, I will say, one of the most aggressive performances I've seen Aphelium pull out of the bag in quite a while, if anything ever. Really, really strong direct performances from Aphelion, round after round, hardpoint after hardpoint. They knew exactly what they were doing and exactly where they were going. It's a shame, actually, as it happens, that we couldn't listen into comms on from their side in that game. I know it would have been quite positive, but I really would love to have seen how... I'm hoping it would be as calm as they played, because they played extremely calmly, but like calculated, controlling, aggressive. It was really good from Aphelion.
Absolutely, and they played super well in both games. Wasn't even close in the hard point. Search and destroy. I mean, we won't even talk further. You saw it, guys. On to the next order of business. Team Elevate going against Kings. So the top of Division 2 going up against Kings, who, might I say, are a very strong opponent. You got to think that if Kings wants to even contest Aphelion here, they got to 2-0 Elevate. And I you know what? This is going to be a matchup made in heaven. I'm going to see if we can maybe jump into some comms of this Kings roster, possibly. Let's see what we can get cracking up. So stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more action coming up. As I say that, we will be back. Do not go anywhere, guys. We're going to be back here shortly after this break, guys. Guys, we are back live. We're going to jump straight back into the action as Imperium's having a bit of a connection issue. No worries, I'm going to carry this low for you guys. Taking a look at some of the maps, we're going to have Summit on Hardpoint, Crossfire, Search and Destroy, Hackney Yard Domination, and we're going to have Team Elevate, Opt-in to Ban, Search and Destroy on Crossfire. Well, that doesn't look right. All right, we're going to continue on. The Man of War and the Arctic 50 are going to be the weapons that are banned here. That is interesting. Yeah, Hardpoint is going to be banned for Kings for Hackney Yard, but we're going to see a Hackney Yard domination. That Crossfire might be a little bit sus. We're going to go ahead and get started up as soon as we can. Let us know what you think in chat, guys. We're going to be joining in on Team Elevate as they lead the Division 2 side of the standings. We'll take a look at that, too. I'm not sure if it's completely updated. It is. Affiliate goes up 140 to 100. For Kings, Kings has to gain some ground here. I'm looking at the maps again. I'm so sorry. We'll take a look at that again, too. Raid, Search, and Destroy is going to be your second game. Hardpoint, Hackney Yard. As I'm looking, Scrapyard was actually banned by King, so a little off there. Hackney Yard, Hardpoint, Raid, Search, and Destroy, followed by a Standoff Domination. Man of War and Arctic 50 are banned by each side. The Search and Destroy Crossfire is going to be in full effect, and Kings opting to ban the Scrapyard, Hardpoint. So, guys, we're going to get started with the action. Chat, let me know what you think. Who do you guys believe will win this matchup?
Can you hear me now?
Awesome. We have Imperium back live as soon as we can get everything updated for the next matchup up top. It still shows Affiliate and Asylum. That's quite all right. Hardpoint is going to be started up here. Hackney Yard is going to be the map. As we saw the map bans, it looks like Scrapyard instead of Hardpoint. Grizz going to pop off early with 2 kills. Nobody banning the shotgun. Doesn't matter. He'll find a way to use one of them to his advantage. He picks up his 3rd kill there. And Imperium, you got to believe that going up against a guy like Grizz with that shot, you got to be shaking into your boots, right?
You have to respect a man with his shoddy at the end of the day, simple as that. It's not directly about shutting him down. It's actually about avoiding him at times, unless you are really rocking up as a 2 or 3 piece in my eyes. Now, I don't think this map is like the most beneficial for a shoddy, but it's Grizz, so it's Grizz, simple as that.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more there. And we're going to say P1 is going to be completely all kings. A little points going to be held there at the end. Scrap time going to go ahead and make up some of that deficit, but Grizz is just absolutely denying these guys any rights into the point at the moment. Tire Shop is going to be P2. Spawns are going to be kind of 50-50 at the moment. We're going to see who spawns out. Yes, the side of Elevate are going to be spawning out. Deja going to get the refrag as Grizz is taken out. Narc's one of those guys we are used to seeing pop off. Only able to put 1 on the board, but it is very, very early in the matchup. Expected to see a little bit more out of him. Imperium, who else are you expecting to see a little bit more out of?
I want to see a little bit out of CZ Spy, or Spy, should I say? Because I know how strong he can be as a player, and really just how important he can be in those clutch moments. Champy, I know I'm actually kind of looking at the stream feed, so I know there's a little bit of a delay. He's rocking, from what I can see, with like very few kills. He's just gotten his first one on the stream wise, so yeah, definitely I want to see Champy and Spy pick things up, because I know how good they can be.
Absolutely. Champy and Sammy rocking that bottom frag position right now with Spy. Spy is one of those guys I usually see pop off too, so I definitely want to see a little bit more from him. Narc's able to pick up his 2nd, but we're going to continue to just spectate this guy, Grizz. This is going to be a Grizz fest, as he is up to 12 kills now. Nowhere even close. Nobody even close to him in that regards, with the exception of Yaya. We got to find a new name, as we no longer got Skirt in Mobile Mayhem. I'm sad, my guy. Yeah. We're going to make some fun. We're going to have some fun with that name. And tell me, Imperium, were you able to jump into the match? Did it absolutely?
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
That's the thing.
no.
I wasn't able to jump into the match. Yeah, just because it's just the way it is. Because I completely disconnected. Would it just have removed me from the room? It is what it is. But I'll just have to listen to your beautiful voice and your beautiful casting. Although I will say, when you're kind of saying yeah, you kind of sound like, you know, one of those what's those people that wave the red thing in front of a bull?
A matador.
Matador, yeah, you kind of sound like a matador, and you're like, you know, Grizz is there with the shotgun, and you're like, here, Grizz, you know, and then you avoid it, obviously, and don't get shot. So that's what you kind of sounded like. It was awesome.
All right, we're going to go ahead and start up for P4 here, or P1 rotation. Is it P4? No, it's P4. P4 is going to be in this bottom office building. And guys, it's just been all kings. We're going to go ahead and jump in the comms of the guys over at Elevate and see. Are they in Discord? They are not. So we are not going to jump into their Discord, VC. That is very unfortunate. I was looking forward to that. Maybe if they take it to a Game 3, we'll be able to see how things are going on theirs. Man, I was really looking forward to see, jumping into somebody's VC today. I'm just going to be ultimately denied all around. At any rate, the P4 is going to go back in favor of the side of Elevate, and Elevate is making their comeback, but is it too late? P5 is opening up for shop, and it appears this warehouse is going to be held by the side of Kings. So they have spawns. They have set up for new, and things are not looking too good for the side of Elevate, as they are the Division 2 leaders at the moment. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon, as they have a pretty hefty lead. But you got to think, with that being said, you're going up against the second place Kings in Division 1.
Yeah.
You would think that this would be a little more competitive.
Yeah, but I will say that, like, Elevate are kind of riding off a loss to Asilium in Thursday's games. I think their confidence might be a little bit bruised. Plus, it's Kings, and I remember talking about how, you know, Kings are a lot better than what we've seen over the last couple of weeks. The addition of Head for Death has really helped them, in my opinion, mature as a roster, mature in game in terms of focus, strategies, and I'm kind of not surprised that they are getting the better of Elevate in this hardpoint match.
Absolutely. We're going to see the points reset. P1's going to be opened up for shop here in the next few seconds, and a Goliath in the hands of Darks could lead to some devastation. They're already down by a margin of almost 100 points here. The Goliath is going to come extremely in handy here. 500 health left for it, so still plenty of life for this Goliath that Narks has found himself in. 119 points now. He's going to be taken out by Insanity. Insanity pushing him with the Annihilator, making for some great use. Contestation coming from Head for Death, and we're going to see, again, the point going to be held by the side of Kings. Now, Imperium, we were talking about some of the momentum going into this game. We saw Asilium completely flop. Not 100% sure what was going on there, but you got to think maybe for the sake of everything, that Elevate would come in with a chip on their shoulder, losing to what was then Bunker Black, now Asilium. You think that would give them fuel to their fire, right?
Yeah, but it would also depend on the team that they were going up against. You could also say, well, maybe because they know it's Kings, there's a little bit of, you know, shaking in their boots. I'm not saying that's the case, and I'm aware that, like, you know, we can't hear the comms, but all we can do is kind of try and correlate something like that, where there's an element of, oh, it's Kings. We lost 2-0 against a bit of a weaker team last day. How are we feeling about this? And it could creep in the back of their heads. If it was a weaker team, possibly, but when it's Kings, yeah, that could definitely be getting to them.
Absolutely. I could not say it any better myself, to be honest with you. It looks like they came into this matchup knowing that they were going against a very, very tough opponent in Kings. They were able to somehow muster up a little bit of energy and get inside of this P2, but if you're looking at the scorecard here, it's 135 to 200 now, as P3 is going to be opened up for shop. All the side of Kings need is about 50 points, and they got the game here. It's been pretty lopsided, in my opinion. I see Narks finally getting in his groove. He's got 20 on the board. Grizz still using that HS shoddy, one-tapping people left and right. The scorecard I'm looking at, Grizz 23 and 22, so he has taken a few deaths that may have, you know, resulting in him being a little aggressive. But he's got a very, very strong team with Head for Death, Deja, Inferno, and Narks right behind him. So when you got a team like that behind your back, the opportunities are limitless, in my opinion.
Exactly. I will say this has been a great climb back from the side of Elevate. You know, I said I wanted to kind of see, you know, Champion and Spy step up, and to be fair, they have drawn 13 kills from my perspective, respectfully, and yeah, they definitely come back into it.
Absolutely. Grizz pulling out that War Machine, doing what Grizz does, doing Grizz things. He's going to have Spy right on the backside of this point, and he's going to be contested. Spy taking some shots. He's going to get some help from Sammy. Spy able to stay 100% health. I don't know how Grizz missed any of those shots, dude. He was, like, right in his face. The War Machine, rather, was not on point, but, I mean, I would think that a hit marker would have been justified. I'm not 100% sure. Sammy's going to be taken out there by Inferno. So we're going to have a rather closer game than I expected. They have diminish that lead that Kings had by almost 60. But with that being said, Kings only needs 25 now going into P4 in the bottom part of this office building. And 20 points is all they need now. They got 3 strong Kings players inside, and I just can't see the side of Elevate able to make a rotation proper, as time is just going to dwindle out. Kings or Grizz is going to play that anchor role, pushing out, playing gatekeeper, and the game is going to be over. 250 to 164. First game of this matchup is going to go in favor of Kings here. We're going to take a look at the scorecard here. I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of insight of what it looks like, my guy. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's cool.
Grizz, 27 to 27, 26 seconds on the clock. Narcs and Deja splitting the time on the hill, as well as Head for Death. Head for Death, 60 to 60, breaking even. For the side of Elevate, you got to regroup. You got to play a better Search or Destroy. We finally saw Spy get in his groove. Sammy bunkering up, and Champy playing that OBJ role. When you're dying more than you're killing, it's just not going to pan out for you in a game like that. You got outslayed. You got outbanned. Narcs, 30. What was I at? Narcs dropping 30 bomb? My guy Narcs putting on a show for us, and I didn't even know it.
Well, see, because like every single player from Kings played their part. Like every single player from Kings played their part. None of them were in any way like, useless, so to speak. Head for Death, 16 and 16 with 1 minute and 11 on the timer. You have Deja at 21 and 19 with 1 minute 36. Like, it kind of speaks volume, as like I said, how strong as a whole this Kings roster is currently. And if they keep on going this way, I really have a feeling that there's a strong chance they're not going to be able to be stopped.
I hate to agree with you there, but I have to. I don't think we're going to see a game 3 if Kings is able to maintain this kind of momentum. They just absolutely out-frag these guys. And as much as Elevate wanted to stay in the game, they weren't. They were never in it. It was Grizz at the beginning popping off. He puts multiple, or the first one to get to double digits, he popped off, got 12 kills instantly, it felt like. And if you are the side of Elevate, what are you expecting from them in this Search and Destroy game? They're going to have the defending side, just to set you up here. They're going to have the defending side to begin it. What are your thoughts?
It is important that as a defending side, you're going into Search and Destroy and Raid. There's arguments to be made of which is a bigger advantage to be the attacking side or defending side on Raid. For Elevate, I don't think it needs to matter. What matters to them is they just simply look to shut down the side of Kings. Getting an early kill would really stop the momentum for Kings, because not only will it make that B side a lot less viable, which automatically means there's a higher chance it's going to be an A potential bomb plant, but you are just suppressing the side of Kings. So, it's definitely threading that fine line between, giving Kings too much space, walking into the firing line of Kings. And, this is the kind of map where Grizz can really pop off with his shoddy. So that's something that Elevate also really have to be careful of.
Absolutely. And we are waiting for these guys to ready up. Search and Destroy on Raid. Now, if I'm thinking back to games past, I have seen Grizz pop off with a shoddy on Raid before, but not in a Search and Destroy. I've seen him do it in a hardpoint in a way that only Grizz can do it, man. He played that gatekeeper role in tight areas of the map. What is that going to translate to in a game of Search and Destroy? Now, if he plays too aggressive, I could see him being that first pick that you were talking about, that Elevate needs.
Fair.
So that's going to be my assumption. Grizz is going to play aggressive. He's going to get popped for, giving the advantage to Elevate. Now, is Elevate going to be able to capitalize on that one-man advantage? that's going to be the break maker for them.
And that's the thing, like, Kings also need to actually pull off a little bit of an Aphelion in the sense of, beat them while they're down, right? They outplayed the side of Elevate game 1. They can look to try and outplay them in game 2. I know that Elevate are in my opinion, pretty strong on Search and Destroy, so we'll have to wait and see, but will it be strong enough overtake Kings? I know it's going to be good. Elevate, they're not going to go down without a fight. At least I both believe and hope so.
I have to 100% agree with you. I hope they do not. We're going to go ahead and spawn in. We have all 5 players for each team in the matchup, ready to rock and roll. Let's go. We've got a potential 2-0 if Kings is able to clutch this. I'm going to be taking a look at my guy, Spy. The Arctic 50 obviously banned, so no one's going to be able to abuse that. Is that going to prevent people from sniping? I doubt it, my guy. I doubt it.
No, it's not. It's 100% not going to stop. Again, I'm surprised the Arctic 50 was taken away. To be fair,
you know what? Let me correct myself.
Many more options.
Bans were made and they were back and forth. The KRM was banned and the Chopper. So Arctic 50 still in play.
Yeah, but again, I just don't think it's gonna make a difference. Sammy coming in gets 2 kills for the side of Elevate, which is very good. Grizz comes in to get that kill on the Champy just to not even things out, but at least soften the blow off the back of those 2 deaths for the side of Kings. Deja still has the bomb in his hands, but he's really hovering between both sides, maybe making his movement towards the B side where Head for Death and Grizz are waiting in the wings. It's very risky, but I can respect going for a B bomb plan. However, the fact that, oh man, it's standing on to Deja. The fact that they're doing it as a 3-man, it's very solid pushing between Grizz and his teammates.
Absolutely. Oh, Grizz got 1. Oh, he's going to get some help from Insanity. No. Or Head for Death. No. Insanity abused both of them. That's going to be the first round. And as I guessed, Grizz being the first death obviously was not the case. Obviously not the case.
But at the end of the day, it was what I talked about with, and it happened to be a double kill, but kicking things off by getting that double kill was so important for Elevate to win out this round. Now they're going to look for a little bit of a strong B-bomb plan. Grizz kicks things off. He's going to get a kill onto Sammy. But once again, Inferno's going to be taken out. Grizz finds Insanity. Yeah. Just take down Head for Death. But at the end of the day, it is going to be just one player left standing for the side of Elevate. Spy. Can you be the Spy that loved me in this game for Elevate? Nope, that isn't the case. You're not loved, my friend. You went down and Kings win their first round.
I want to say yeah so enthusiastically, but he got denied by Grizz. My guy Grizz, 4 kills already in the 3rd round of this matchup, making Yaya look like nah. I'm gonna find something fun to. I'm gonna find a way to make that fun name, dude. Go ahead. I'm gonna mark it here. Go ahead and pin that message. Yaya is gonna be the next skirt as far as we hype up his name, guys. So yes, we got a 1-all matchup here in Kings and Elevate. Elevate looking to bounce back after a pretty upsetting loss in that hardpoint game. Search and Destroy is definitely a format to do it in. We're going to see a pretty aggressive push by the side of Grizz. Grizz going to be making that aggressive push and denied by Sammy. Sammy picking up their 4th kill of the game with this Arctic 50. And you got to stop and think that I was wrong in saying that the Arctic 50 was banned. And thankfully so, because Sammy is making great use of it.
To be honest, it's really, once again, it's just doing what I suggested, which is getting that first kill on the Grizz. It may be traded, but when you're the defending side, you kind of don't mind trading because the attacking side essentially needs more players on the field, so to speak, or more players on the battlefield to really make a successful bomb plant. They're going to go for it on the B bomb side. I like it because it's a little bit unorthodox. But will it continue through? Will they be able to defend this as a 4-man team of Elevate will look to respond? Time ticking down. 30 seconds left on the clock. Verdict. Sammy gets taken down at the hands of Head for Death.
Head for Death putting up his first kill on the board. It's going to be a very big kill, in my opinion. He was in that secret area, that shadow area over by the B-bomb site. He's going to reload his MP5, and he's going to play this gatekeeping role of the bomb. Picks up another, but it's batted! Oh, my! Insanity! What insanity! This guy is crazy going for the bomb defuse. I don't think he had a choice, though.
No, he did have a... Actually, no, he didn't have a choice. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. He didn't know where Deja was. He had to go for it. I can respect that. That baseball back kill was definitely the beautiful style of a BM that I love to see in Call of Duty Mobile. Getting into the heads of Kings, and that's exactly kind of what Elevate need to do. They may have lost the round, but they could have gotten into the head of Kings just a little bit with that.
Absolutely. Insanity playing crazy like with that Arctic 50 and bat combination. I love it, dude. There's nothing more toxic than getting batted from behind. And doing that is definitely going to get into the heads of your opponent. Sammy, again, going to pick up the first frag. Going to be crucial for this Elevate team. Are they going to be able to capitalize on it? We're going to talk about it over and over again. Grizz is going to take out Sammy. Champy taking out Head for Death. Champy getting traded 3-3 now. We're going to take a look at Grizz. Grizz, 6 kills on the board. Can he continue his reign of terror with this HS shoddy? I have to think he does.
Just slow down a bit, Elevate. You get the first kill, and that's all well and good, but sometimes you just kind of walk into, you presume the kind of game is won in that regard, and you just can't really do that all the time. Yaya's going to come in, hanging around that B-bomb site, is rewarded with a sweet kill onto Narcs. I thought there's a little bit of risk involved as he has to dance around the circle play. Spy comes in from behind to shut down Grizz, but Deja once again as the last player standing for the side of Kings. He has to go up against the 1v2, but Insanity shuts him down. And you know what? I can say no more than Insanity ending as he started in this round. And honestly, he's being standout for Elevate. Despite them somewhat struggling, he has stood out, and it's great to see him pop off 6 kills so far in this game.
Absolutely. If he's not doing it with the Arctic, he's hitting it with the bat. Yaya picking up 2 big ones, taking out Grizz, and we're going to see Inferno go down too. Champy, Yaya, and Spy going to take on Narcs. Narcs going to be able to take out your guy, well, not Champy, but Sammy, or Insanity there, rather. Narcs, last remaining player. He doesn't have the bomb. This is looking pretty bleak for Kings, as they might be going down as these sides are going to be flipped after this. Reposition. Yes, they know where you're at. That's the difference between a great sniper and a good one. Good ones are going to hit the shots. Great ones are going to take shots and reposition, in my opinion. If you've ever watched Tectonic, a sniper who actually just transitioned into the sniper role here recently in the past month or two. If you ever see the guy Tectonic snipe, the dude takes shots, repositions, gets the kill, repositions. Dude does it absolutely well. Narcs not able to get that transition. Now, I'm not saying he's not a great sniper. I'm just saying from an aspect of spectating in this position, you got to be able to reposition yourself. And you called it out perfectly. I appreciate you for doing that.
No worries, man. No worries. It was a good attempt for Narcs, but yeah, he hung around too long. He had the disadvantage. Kings read him beautifully, and in the end, he got shut. He ended up getting shut down. Great play, though, by the side of Elevate. Let's be fair, they're doing really good. But what can they do now on the attacking side? Grizz is being shut down, so they automatically have that 5v4 advantage, which makes this B-bomb site plant very, very viable, but holding on to it is going to be important.
Absolutely. The smoke is going to go down for the side of Kings. Kings are going to make their transition. They were all in this little mid-pillars area, and 30 seconds left. I don't see any transitions for the side of Kings. Yes, I do. Head for Death's going to go down. Inferno is going to take out 1. Narc's going to get 3. or 2 rather. Narcs is going to get the defuse. Kings coming through in the clutch. That happened so fast, I didn't even realize it was happening.
Narcs was so close to getting shot, like so close to dying, but he managed to survive. Healed up, came in from behind, got that sweet double kill instantly. Kings win that round, and hey, it kind of shows you that as strong as Elevate have been in the last couple of rounds, that you know they do need to be aware that planting that B bomb site is really, really important to defend. They have gotten the early kill onto Narcs, which is very good, and I love the fact that they're going for this A bomb plant because one, it's going to be even easier to defend as a 5-man team, and they're respecting the ability Kings have to get those kills and turn it around in their favor.
Absolutely. One thing I got to point out, though, is it looks like they didn't know what they wanted there. That bomb plant took so long to happen that I was questioning their competency in how they wanted to defend it, and they're going to be completely wiped now. Champy going to be taken out by Inferno.
My God.
I got to say that the hesitation of the planting of the bomb wasn't ultimately what changed that, you know, position for Kings, but Kings obviously... I gotta question their ability or their knowledge of why it took so long to get that bomb down. It went down one point, it went down another. They were very undecisive, and ultimately Kings was able to make the rotation over almost perfectly.
Fair.
Trades were made. Grizz push it up aggressively here in this 8th round of the Search and Destroy, and man, that is like a pivotal moment. It wasn't a game breaker. No, it wasn't, but in the aspect of Search and Destroy, like, you gotta know you gotta have 100% faith in where you're going with the bomb and where you're planting for. And I gotta question Elevate on that one. What happened?
Especially when they got the first early kill in the last 2 rounds, they didn't really obviously capitalize it in the right way. Spy is going to come in, take down Inferno. Grizz is also down as well. 4v3 in the favor of Elevate. Again, a good start. Although just as I say that, Head for Death comes up from above on a statue. And before he gets taken out, he's going to be victimizing the players from Elevate. But in the end, it is going to be Elevate that comes out on top. They do get the kills needed. And one thing that I like about that is they won the round from kills alone because Kings, they have been out fragging overall Elevate across the board, and I'm glad Elevate won a round from frags alone.
Absolutely, and I'm gonna focus on this because I don't. That one round for the side of Elevate, you gotta win every round here on out. You're
true.
Pushed. Like, it looked like they were out of like sync there. They rushed, they panicked, went all into Cubby. I'm kind of, you know, gonna linger on that, but anyway, we're gonna move on. Grizz putting up 7 kills, Inferno with 10 now. They're gonna have a 1-man, 2-man advantage now as Grizz is gonna be taken out. It's gonna be a 1-man advantage. Sammy making great use of that money room head glitch. He's gonna be Head for Death, perfect positioning. Clutching it up for Kings. Thoughts, Imperium.
Head for Death is like, here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Up from the prone position, takes down the last player of Elevate. And that's where, you know, you could actually say, ooh, there was a little bit of you know, rushing, a little bit of panic from Elevate in the final moments of that game where he just leaped out a window without any real information, especially as he had the man disadvantages. But either way, this is the final round, potentially for Elevate, both in the losing side, and of course it's the final round for them as the attacking side to make a difference. It doesn't help that they've lost 2 players straight away. They do still have the bomb in their hands, at the hands of taking down Head for Death, and Narcs is pretty valuable. But with Sammy going down, misses the sprays, and it could be the biggest throw, so to speak, or the final nail in the coffin for Elevate, but we'll have to wait and see what happens.
60 seconds remain on the clock. Bomb ahead. Yeah! I'm gonna find somebody. Yeah, I'm gonna find a fun name to work with. Inferno taking out Insandy, and it's a 1v3 that I don't think. Oh, can he? No, he cannot. Yaya's gonna go down to Inferno. The game is over before I could even have fun with the name. Yaya, we're gonna be cut short here, and it's gonna be a 2-0 series in favor of Kings. Kings flexing their muscles as they take the 2-0 spread. They're going to go ahead and put 20 more points on the board for themselves, and they're going to only be 20 points behind Aphelion. And you got to think that that is exactly where Kings wants to be at. Elevate doesn't matter. They're still going to be up almost 50 points with Iconic still left to be played. Could be a lead that might be cut short, but Kings ultimately closing the gap in the Division 1 where Aphelion took a 40-point lead. Going to give them a 20-point deficit to work with now as we take a look at the scorecard. You talked about it, out-fragging them from the jump. Inferno, 13 frags on the board. Deja, 9 and 6. Grizz popping off early, but not able to get very much out of the remainder of the game, only breaking even. Yaya, going 13 and 7, putting on a show that I wanted to see a little bit more out of. He dwindled a little bit more in that last round that I saw. And again, I'm going to go back to that round where the bomb placement was not on par. A little bit of indecisiveness, a little bit of hesitation, ultimately leading to an L in that round where we could have seen a round 11, in my opinion. I felt like they could have taken that easily. Easily.
To be honest, Elevate should have won that. Honestly, they should have. They should have. There was a round that you mentioned in which they were hesitant. There was another couple of rounds where they got the first kill early on, and they either traded or they essentially let it go. And they can't really do that. I know it's a King side that clearly feeling the momentum, but 6-4, it shows you that Elevate threw that away. They did.
Come on, guys.
It happens. We have those days. They're human. They're teams, right? That's the way life goes. What's important is that Elevate don't let this become a bit of a snowball effect. They kind of wipe it out and go, hey, it doesn't matter. You know, they look back. They do a little bit of audio review. They discuss how they do need to improve. But overall, they look at that and go, they don't worry about it. Because if they let that snowball, it can really affect their confidence coming into not only Mobile Mayhem, but obviously future Call of Duty Mobile tournaments. And I just really say that because I know somebody in chat put like, you know, oh, it's not about like being scared of another T1 team. It's just they got outplayed. And that's 100% true. But you've always got to realize that mentality plays like a massive, and I mean a massive factor in how a team performs. It might not be consciously out there, but subconsciously, if a player isn't as confident going into that game, going into that series, there's a higher chance he's not going to perform to the same level. You know, so that's why I kind of always am not afraid to throw that idea of a team being scared or a team losing momentum or a team just basically not being in the mind frame that you know, because it plays a big part.
Absolutely. And the game mode that you don't want to be completely just out of it and mentally speaking is search or destroy. You could probably go into a respawn game or, you know, a game of hardcore or domination even. You obviously want to have, you know, your head in the game 100% in both of those game modes, but in search and destroy, you know, back and forth, it's not where you want to be at. So ultimately, they paid the price of that round, and I had to pinpoint that exact moment in which they knew, or I knew, that they were not going to win this game. And I don't want to say that in a cocky aspect. I need to put that out there, that moment, in my opinion, was that make or break moment for the side of Elevate. So you can't go into a search or destroy matchup and expect to win if you're not 100% invested into it mentally. So we're going to transition into the next matchup. We're going to have Tragic going against Iconic. Iconic coming in hot. They could close the gap in Division 2. Obviously, Tragic is still in the top 3 area of Division 1, which is, as we saw earlier, the most competitive division in this EU tournament series. We are going to take a short break, guys, but don't go anywhere. Plenty of games left to go up, and this is the last matchup of the series. So, transitioning to a short break. Be back for some more exciting games from Tragic and Iconic, and the voices and lovely faces of Imperium and your boy Verdict. Yeah! We'll be back here shortly.
cold at the touch, dead in the eyes, no signs of life no more. I put your love under the knife. Leave me to die here all alone. No signs of life no more, no. A crying dove may never fly. It's black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh. 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 It's black and white. Black and white, just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico, it's black and white. Just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico, it's black.
Alrighty, guys, back at it again. Tragic and iconic. I'm Verdict. That's Imperium. We have a hell of a matchup here in the last series of the day here. We're gonna go ahead. The teams are all ready, but we're gonna take a look at the actual map bands and everything, the rotations, everything. Imperium, if you're taking a look at them, my guy, you gotta go ahead and shout them out for me.
What?
Go ahead and let me know what these map bands are. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to figure.
Are you trying to do an Irish accent?
I'm trying just a little bit, eh? No, I'll stop.
That's so bad, man.
It was terrible.
Sure, top of the morning to you. Let's have a look at what these map bands are, laddie. You know, sure, we're going over to Hardpoint Summit for the first game, and then game 2 is going to be Search and Destroy on Crossfire. And then if we do have a game 3, which we haven't so far in today's games, it's going to be a Domination Hackney Yard. And I'll tell you what, laddie, it'll make me a happy boy if we see a game 3, because I love the good old Hackney Yard. So that's the maps we're going to have in the final series of the evening. That's an Irish accent for
that. That is an I can't. You know, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to cut my losses there. And I'm okay with that. We're going to go ahead and spam the start buttons. I saw one player back out and then rejoin the game. So, yes, go ahead and put me on the spot. My Irish accent is absolutely the worst. Where's me pot of gold? No, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's terrible.
Oh my God. That is so disrespectful.
I'm going to be fired on my first day on the job. I've been here multiple days, but obviously this is the first time I'm hosting it, and I am throwing my guys. I'm throwing worse than Elevate did that last series. And I'm not picking on them, dude, but I felt like they should have taken that to a game 3. They should have given the people what they wanted. And this first hardpoint matchup on Summit is going to be started off a little rocky for the side of Iconic, as they're going to be wiped completely off point and out of top control. The point is going to remain in the hands of Tragic. Trying to find their groove, unable to do so. Denza putting up 4 frags early. And what can we expect from this matchup? I know we talked a little bit about prior matchups here last week, but Iconic, well,
like both teams are coming into this on the back of wins. For Tragic, they beat out Bunker Gold in last Thursday's games 2-1, but Iconic beat Alpenfestung 2-0. However, you would argue that Bunker Esports are overall stronger team. So Tragic winning that game last week was a surprise to me. I do remember that. So I'm kind of expecting a strong game from Tragic, and so I'm not really surprised that they have a dominating lead over the early parts of this game.
Absolutely, and 100%. You would go ahead and say 51 points is just absolutely absurd coming from any map, especially this one. Is not really. It's really hard to hold the point. It's really easy to jump in and contest, but I mean, if you're Iconic here, you got to believe that P1 was an epic fail for you, and this is not going to lead into a good P2 transition. As I say that they are finally on the point, but I mean, come on now. The equalizer is going to be pulled out by Denza. Wow. He's going to make very great use of it. Beautiful. Both operators going to come in handy, and again, we're going to see Tragic just upper handing these guys. Denza now up to 12 kills. My guy's got a Goliath in hand so early. What is going on for Iconic here?
Hardpoint contested.
It's tough because genuinely, like, Tragic are, in my eyes, probably the most improved team in COD Mobile EU competitive over the past 2 to 3 months. In my eyes, they've grown and evolved in a really confident way, and their results have spoken for themselves. It's no different here. Iconic are a good team, they really are, but I really can't help but feel that they are just a little bit below Tragic right now.
Absolutely, and speaking of that last win, being able to take out Bunker Gold, they've been pretty steady these past few weeks. I'm taking a look at the standings in the background, and they're right below Tragic. So Tragic able to clutch it up last week. It's fair to say that they are probably going to give King some trouble here. Affiliate just way above standards here. They're going to be up by over 100 points going into the P4 rotation. Transitions are being made, and I'm looking at a cluster, Pred, and a Shock RC for my guy Ranby, who has just absolutely balled out there. He's going to take out one with the Pred. Cluster is going to come in full effect, I'm assuming, here shortly. Denza up to 12 at a standstill. He's still got his Goliath in hand. This is not looking good if you're side of Iconic, and Iconic has got to find some kind of common ground in order to set the tone for their series here, as the rocky start is just an understatement in my opinion.
It's just being they're being outplayed, right? It's a little bit similar to what we saw between Elevate and Kings. I don't think it's directly that Iconic are playing like really bad. They're not making like super duper mistakes. Just Tragic are playing a better game. Tragic are playing much better as a team. They're sticking together in strong ways. They're really utilizing the teamwork that they built up over the last couple of weeks to their advantage. We are going to see a Goliath being pulled out from this side of Tragic, as far as I know. I saw that come out, but
it looks like Genius picked that up. That's going to be Iconic.
Did Genius pick it up?
He hijacks the Goliath.
Wow.
And I'm not 100% sure how he did it, but I'm going to take a look at Denza. Denza did throw his Goliath out, and Genius is playing that hijack role. Will it be utilized, to its full potential? It looks like he is going to maintain a complete hold on P1 right now. He's going to be contested. So Genius able to play that 200 IQ and steal the Goliath. Genius plays from Genius. Play on words, yes. Brilliant. Genius. Just absolutely 100% flawless there.
What I like is that, the whole of Iconic didn't presume that Genius was going to hold on to his hardpoint on his own. They've actually been able to surround his hardpoint extremely well, to the point where they've got a massive 35 seconds or so. However, they can't afford to lose this one. They need to look to set up for the next hard point. I fear that they've held on for this one for a little bit too long, as Genius's Goliath does indeed get finally blown up.
Absolutely, and I have to say, collectively, a great effort for the side of Iconic making their transition back. They play P1 very well, and not only that, that Goliath was alive for way too long. It was out in the open. Shots could have came in at any point, but the collective effort for the side of Iconic, they put the trophy down. They set up proper. There were multiples in there. So, yeah, I got to point out, you made a very good point. Collective effort from Iconic, allowing them to regain some of this deficit that they're about 58 points down now. Bills, I'm going to go ahead and point out 21 kills for my guy Bills. Bills absolutely slaying right now. On the other side, Randy is popping off, too. He's got the DRH in hand. So, Iconic, little bit of life breathed back into them. Is it too late, Imperium?
No, not at all. 163 to 110 first to 250. Like, look, you know, at the end of the day, I always say it's not over till it's over. It's not over till the fat lady sings, and I've not started singing. I can tell you that much. Verdict, Ab. And with the way Iconic bounced back off the back of that Goliath push, it really shows that they're not going out without a fight. Honestly, it's given me a lot more confidence in them, and I'm happy to see that. Makes this game so much closer. Like I said, we haven't seen a round 3 in any of the series so far tonight, so this could be it could be the turnaround for Iconic in this first game, or at least I know for a fact they can come in to search and destroy feeling a bit more confident that they didn't get absolutely crushed in this hardpoint game.
Absolutely, and I'm looking at Baba. Baba is making great use of their War Machine. P3 is closing up here in about 20 seconds. The transition over to P4 is going to come through. We're going to see a Goliath come in for the side of Cosmo. Yeah. Cosmo and Iconic looking to bounce back. 12 seconds left to remain in the point. The transition, and I thought I was going to see Iconic push for P3 a little more towards the end, and gratefully they didn't, because that Goliath is going to come completely in use for them. How much of a use is it going to come in? Or is it going to be played out very well like the first one that they stole? Brilliant plays from Genius earlier on. Cosmo, he has a little bit of support from his team. There are 3 members right outside the point, so absolutely brilliant. Still a ball game. Brilliant plays for Cosmo, brilliant plays for Genius. Cosmo making absolutely 100% use of that Goliath, yes?
It's also a hard point to breach it normally, never mind when you have a Goliath defending it, right? So, and I think if you notice, like, yeah, okay, Faham has been able to get a couple of kills. Like, there's been no real, like, you know, nobody's gone anywhere near that hard point because I'm keeping on Cosmo. So really, really fantastic from Iconic. It was really good stuff, and with 14 seconds left on the clock, that Goliath still has 500 plus health. So what did he do? He's actually moved that Goliath into the next hard point, so he can once again, you know, extract and get more hard point points for his side and utilize that Goliath even more for Iconic and turn this game around.
Absolutely, and he's going to be absolutely out of place there on that staircase. He had support from his team in the top of that control room. He pushed out on the staircase. He got a little greedy, in my opinion.
A little greedy.
A little greedy. And I did not expect that Goliath to be taken out that quickly as he made his push over to the staircase. And there was no support there. I'm not sure where the disconnect for Cosmo. Cosmo playing a little greedy there. Obviously wants to put a little bit more kills on the board, but that Goliath would have been very well placed inside of the top control room. Opting to go to the staircase might be the downfall. Now, with that being said, we're going to see a tied ball game going into the ending of P1. What are we looking at here as far as the P2 transitions?
It has to be that P2 transition from the side of Tragic. They need to control this next hardpoint perfectly. It's been a while since they've held on to a hardpoint for a long period of time, but now as they said, themselves up. 3 of them are going to be down on the lower ground. You have 1 on the high ground. Pana is going to get taken down, followed by Larry. It is going to be Baba Yaga going to get a kill before he gets absolutely destroyed off the table. But his contested has gone over into the favor of Iconic. The Goliath turned around in the early part of the game has given a new lease of life to Iconic. But Tragic are not going out without a fight. 227 to 227 and counting. It is going over into the favor of Tragic. Man, with 27 seconds left on this hardpoint, I have a feeling, actually 110%, it's not going to be finished on this hardpoint. That's how heavily contested the P1 hardpoint was.
You know what? I have to agree with you.
P2, sorry.
P2 transitions to P3, and spawns were held by the side of Tragic. They are looking very proper. Iconic on the brink of losing.
No.
This P2 transitions where it's going to happen at, and you double down on P2. Now the transition to P3 is going to be where the money is made at. Bills, 36 frags on the board, not going to be able to make that flip happen. And I have to say, with no one other than Fahim in the vicinity,
oh my God,
the game is going to go to Tragic.
Like, that was a very risky play from Tragic. They let Iconic get to 245 at the end of the hard point. But they knew they had to go for the greater good. Remember what I always say, if you hang on to a hard point for too long, you don't prepare for the next one. It could have been easily Tragic that had fought for the final 5 seconds or stopped Iconic from getting the final 5-6 seconds of the hardpoint. But no, they thought, look, we have to take the risk. We know that if we can get onto the next hardpoint, control it, we will not let them breach. They may get close, but they will not win. And really good game one, like such a good game one. Early game controlled by Tragic. That Goliath steal from I forget who was it.
It was
exactly.
brilliant.
Was
No, it was genius. It was definitely genius.
It was genius. And then they used that to their full advantage. They got a second one by Cosmos that was full advantage use. So Iconic deserve a hell of a lot of respect for how well they fought back in that game.
Absolutely. And Iconic, the pinpoint moment for them, in my opinion, which might have led to, well, no, there was a collective effort from Tragic ultimately leading to that win. But Cosmo, you got to go back to the Cosmo moment. He had a bonehead play where he pushed that Goliath over to, I believe it was the staircase of P1, and I just not sure what was going through his head, dude. He had the trophy system down in top control, and he could have just peeked in the window, got a little greedy, put his hand in the cookie jar, and was just immediately swatted away by the side of Tragic. I'm looking at the scorecard here. Bills, 36 and 26. A full line of OBJ players at his disposal. Made very good use of his slaying abilities, setting up proper, and making that comeback was definitely on their mind. But I got to look at my guy, Pana. Pana goes 22 and 21. 2.5 minutes well over for OBJ time. That is just absurd. It looked lopsided. He had a little bit of help from Lil Airy, but you got to think 2.5 minutes, that is well over anybody on any side of the board. And he was able to go positive. That's got to be a notable performance if you're looking at it from that perspective.
Definitely.
Ranvi, of course, top frags 32 and 25, and Baba Yaya is going to go 29 and 21, but 2 minutes and 43 seconds, man. I'm just going to continue to applaud these OBJ players and make sure that they are commended for their service, because obviously you can't win a game of hardpoint if you're not playing the objective. And these guys are the soldiers in the trenches that are just going to be able to give the guys like Bills, give the guys like Ranvi the ability to go out and slay. It's always good to have a guy like that on your team. I need people like that on my team when I play. I don't play competitively anymore because I'm on an iPad, dude. My hands they're not massive, but they're big, dude. I'm a big guy. I'm a big dude. I can't hold a phone, dude. I need like an iPad. It's like that's a phone size for me.
I totally feel you, man. I totally feel you. But then on the other side, like, you know, I would say probably the letdown was Creed when you think about it, because he only had like just over a minute on those hard points, and his KD ratio just didn't really
correspond to what.
You know, there was definitely a very flat performance from Creed. I'm not saying it's solely his fault, but when you look at the stats and you kind of try and correlate that to a direction on why Iconic lost, even though it was very close, but at the end of the day, there are always going to be some elements and some reasons, and I can't help but feel that Creed's underperformance led to that a little bit. So it's unfortunate. I hate, you know, by no means is a, you know, against him. Again, we're all human. We all have bad days, bad games. I just hope that not only in next game of Search and Destroy, but in future days, of course, Creed, you know, bounces back and realizes that he is a good player and plays towards that. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to this Search and Destroy game.
What do you think? You think we're gonna see a game 3 here? Is this?
I do think we're gonna see game 3. I do think we're gonna see game 3. What about you?
I hope. I need a game 3 in my life, dude. I haven't seen anything today that just put me over the top. And I came in with a lot of energy, guys, and I still have a lot of energy to burn. But I'm just gonna need to see a little bit more. Like, I'm gonna need to see a little bit more from this Iconic team that, you know, I know they're capable of doing it. Creed, we're not picking on you, big guy, dude, but, you know, in the aspect of this game, there has to be stats that are pointed out, and those stats just weren't in your favor.
Exactly.
That's okay.
Exactly.
You still got plenty of time to bounce back and make it happen here. Search and Destroy on Crossfire might be where it's at now. I'm taking a look at the bans again, and I believe I saw the Arctic 50 banned. So the Arctic 50 and the Man of War just not, you know, not going to be coming into play here. That doesn't mean you can't, you know, use the DLQ or the Locust. Obviously, you know, if I'm sniping, I'm going to go for the Locust, not the DLQ. But some people will argue with me. I just seen a lot more from the Locust here recently to, you know, be able to say that the Locust has to be the gun of choice if you're going to be sniping here.
It's funny because I'm going to say the DLQ.
And see, that's why we're a great team.
You know. But I also totally, you know, recognize what you were saying. Either way, the Arctic 50 being banned, we have mentioned already, it doesn't take, in any way, shape, or form, it doesn't take snipers out of the meta. You know, I don't think the Arctic 50 is a good weapon ban choice. In my opinion, I do think there's, even though there can always be reasons and it can be target specific at a player, I just don't think it's as strong of a ban in these games. But yeah, we'll have to see if it does have any kind of effect on the Search and Destroy. I know, like, with Crossfire, what kind of, like, you know, what are you let's say specifically going to be looking out for with Iconic and how they play around this map?
Absolutely. They're definitely going to have to show us a little bit more effort here, as I can't stand another 2-0 series. I need a domination in my life. I need to see Hackney Yard domination, as bad as that sounds.
Okay, fair.
And in the meantime, Coach Zim is in the building, guys. If you don't know who Coach Zim is, obviously you're picking up Trovo for the first time ever, and you've never even heard of Call of Duty Mobile, and now you're just getting into the interest. Coach Zim in the house. What's good, Zim? How you doing out there, my guy? You're doing well. I know you're not coming over here to make fun of the EU comp scene, as we all know how Coach Zim feels. I can't allow it.
Wait, who's this guy? I've never heard of him in my life.
So Coach
No,
Zim...
I'm joking.
Exactly.
I'm joking.
There you go. He even had me trolling over here. Coach Zim in the house, my guys. We with the chicken dinner. Winner. I see you, we. That's me recommending or making my shout out to Wee, as she always comes in my stream. And if I don't say her name, she is just going to give me hell for it later on. And I'm going to go ahead and avoid that. That is fair. Coach Zim coming into clutch, too. I can't say his name enough. Don't come to my stream talking badly about this EU comp scene, though, my guy.
Oh man, so this game has begun. We all know with this map, the B bomb site is the obvious choice as far as coming on through. It's going to be fantastic as Creed picks things off to get a double kill onto Ranvei and Denze. It is going to be fired up as Fahim and Genius goes down, followed by Creed. So Bills and Cosmo left standing. The bomb is not picked up, so really it's not looking too good for Iconic in this first round. Especially because I do generally think playing the attacking side is a tiny bit easier in this map. I don't know if you would agree, Verdict, but at least for Iconic, it's not a good start.
No, it's definitely not. And Lil Ari knows the bombs and pay, as we saw him kind of like point towards that area, let his team know that they are in possession of the bomb. Oh, Bills with the jumpy! I see you, Bills. Bills popped off last game. He's trying to keep that same energy. That is what I need to see, dude. Bills picks up a frag there. Will it be enough? Probably not. 40 seconds left to go. Lil Ari is playing that you shall not pass role and coveting the bomb there. He's got the bomb within sight. Now, Ipana is going to be right outside of this little deli area. Some call it bakery, some call it deli rather. Lil Ari is going to be pushed by Bills. Bills going to get the shots. Bills coming through in the clutch, but Pana playing that deli role very well. Very well indeed. The side of Tragic are going to be up 1-0.
I really thought Bills was going to be able to pull that off. A very valiant effort indeed from himself. It was just one of those things where when he got the kill on Lil Ari, he had to like not really peek any corners for even just a split second because his position had been compromised. Cosmo in this round starts things off getting a kill onto Ipana. So that gives him that man advantage, although just as I say that for him goes down, he had the bomb in his hand, so that's going to force a little bit of a risky pickup. Ooh. It is going to be pulled off by Genius. Pills takes down Ranvei, and this is a little bit better from Iconic in this round. It's by no means perfect. It's still a bit shaky. It's not secure just yet, but they have to plant this bomb.
Yeah, they're going to have to plant this bomb. This is something that I'm noticing is a trend so far. I know it's earlier on, but I'm going to go ahead and call it out. They're playing this game like a team deathmatch rather than a search and destroy. The objective is to get the bomb down and secure the bomb after it's planted. I'm not 100% sure what was going on there, as I want to say that was maybe Genius peeking out. Genius gets played on the outside of that bus station building, and bomb is not secure again. It's in no man's land. Creed's going to be the last rated player. He's going to be pushed by Lil Ari. Lil Ari picks up the frag, and if you're the bomb carrier, dude, do us a favor. Get the bomb down. Get it in a position where it could actually be recovered by your team. It being right outside a bus station deli, you can't capitalize if the bomb's in no man's land, my guy.
And especially because, you know, again, the first kill went over to Iconic, so they had that initial man advantage. It means that, in theory, they really didn't have to plant that bomb straight away. They could hold out a little bit longer and not get caught out like they did. Bills kicks off, getting kicked on to Denza. This is going to be trade up straight away onto Genius. That is going to at least stop an advantage for the side of Iconic. Finally, the bomb is planted. It's the first round we're seeing the bomb plant for Iconic. Let's see if they can defend it better than how they've played around. Creed with a lovely shot on the Baba Yaga.
Oh, I thought this guy was going to get the defuse off, and I had to check Discord to make sure these guys weren't in our VC because it sounds like they listened 100% to my voice and responded with, hey, we're going to go ahead and get this bomb down and win a round. Finally is exactly what I needed to see, and they are not in my VC, guys. These guys just put 2 and 2 together. They got 4, and the bomb got planted quickly, and they went around. Is there a correlation to that bomb being planted and them winning and me calling it out last round?
Yes, there is. A fair assessment? No, but it was so true. Like they had to plant that bomb, and yeah, okay, they did off the back of a trade. To be fair, so you know, gotta give credit to Iconic. I'll criticize when They do bad, but always shine a light when they put out a good round, and indeed that was the case. Now they do have 3 of their players set up a little bit towards the mid-range. Fahim is going for those wall bang shots, getting a little bit of information. Little areas down, prone down by the bomb site, ready to no, actually not by the bomb site, down by across that wall side as usual. And yeah, no kills from either side.
Well, the good thing for Iconic is they got a little bit of time to play with. Now, everybody for the side of Tragic is going to be on this middle building where B or the A bomb site is. And we're going to see an aggressive push by the side of Ranvi, and Ranvi is just going to be absolutely obliterated by Genius there. Big brain plays by the Genius. Fahim is going to get traded.
Nice.
The area is also going to go down to Creed, so Creed stepping to get up in a big manner. Bob is still not down. It looked like it was about to get planted by Fahim. Fahim drops it as he goes down, and Creed is going to pick the slack up. This is your time to shine, my guy. Creed, get this bomb down. Secure the dub for your team. Clock is on. 45 seconds left for the side of Tragic to make their way over to defuse the bomb. They've got a 3v4 situation to play out, so definitely, well, 2v4 now as Genius picks up Denza. Denza's going to go down.
Okay.
Genius making some big brain plays there. He's going to pick up another. Creed does get the frag, though, rather. We're going to see a tied ball game.
Wow.
Finally, direct correlation to the bomb being planted 2 rounds in a row, my guy.
Like that was a little bit of a throw though from the side of Tragic, to be fair, because they went after the bomb was planted. They went in on a bit of a 2-man push, but Baba prone down and then wasn't able to provide that backup support. And they both end up being swiped out. So that was definitely a little bit of a mistake for my eyes. But either way, it is a final attacking round for the side of Iconic. Can they get themselves into the lead and hold their chances strong of taking it to game 3? It's not good because Denza is gonna kill, and his 3 players down for Iconic, leaving just Genius and Cosmo left standing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're thinking here, but this middle building on the A bomb site area is not it. This is not where you want to be at. This is where Tragic thrives at. We're going to see multiples push in on Genius, and they are going to absolutely destroy this guy.
Yeah.
I did not even see how that panned out, but just to look up and find that they were inside that middle building. What was going on there? Just
I know.
You had 2 straight rounds where you went to B and it played out. Go back to B, dude. Don't try and switch it up and try and recreate the will. If it's working, continue to do it. If it's not, then you make the adjustments. The bomb is going to go down rather quickly. We're going to see Cosmos go down early. Low area is going to go down to Genius picking up the KRM. KRM land. He's going to push in. He's going to get 1. He's not going to get 2 as Ranvi's going to get the trade. Ranvi's spamming that chopper. Bill's going to be the last remaining player. He's going to pick up 1. Bomb is down. Denza, Pana, Baba, Jaja. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me there? Baba, Jaga. Smoke is going to go down. Baba is going to pick it up. The bomb is going to go down.
You okay there, bro?
I'm good, my guy. I'm good.
Good. Yeah, that was a little bit unlucky for a little Eri, to be fair, because he was... Hey, nice one, Ipana. Prone down, gets the kill. But that was like very, very close. That little Eri nearly got that bomb plant, but it was just kind of unfortunate timing that the grenade took him out. But either way, the point goes over to Tragic. In the end, they are going to be 2 points ahead. They're also 2 points away of closing out this game, closing out this series by Pana Strikes. You get a lovely double kill.
Yeah, that is started off to be a little rocky, getting rockier for the side of Iconic. They're going to be down to 1 player that has 5 HP. Creed is going to have to 1v4. The bomb is not in the hands of, now I say that, it is in the hands of Baba. Baba is going to get the nade off. Hits Creed. Creed is 80 HP. They know where he's at. Bomb's going to go down. Nice shot!
Like, he's playing around. He's being quite calculated. He's recognizing that he has an idea where the players are. He has to go in for the push. He nearly took down Ranve, but it wasn't enough, and it is going to be 5 points over to the side of Tragic. This is game, set, match point for Tragic. Iconic not looking good as the defending side right now, but they have to pull out the defense of a lifetime. Don't lose a player early on, and just as I say that, Cosmo goes down at the hands of Deza. It's going to make for a clean bomb plant from the side of Baba Yaya. Lil Jerry onto Genius. Bills is going to try and come in and strike, but it's just him and Creed left standing. Bills onto Baba Yaya. Creed is going to through at the end of the day. It's too much. It's too hot. It's too strong. And Tragic take this game and take this series 2-0.
That is too much sauce, my guy. Tragic took the lead early on. They clutched it up there, and I didn't even get a chance to do it because I was letting you do your thing. But did my guy Creed try to 360 no scope and the round previous to? I clipped it. I'm gonna look back at it. I'll talk a little bit more about it. Bills hitting some nasty shots towards the end. Their efforts come up a little short as they lose the series 2-1 or 2-0. Yeah, 6-2 search and destroy Crossfire. That was all Tragic, my guy. Bills tried his best to bounce back with Iconic, not getting any support from Mayhem and Cosmos. GG's to those guys. Not to, what is the word I'm looking for? Not to down talk Tragic at all, because their performance was absolutely consistent, on par. That's what we needed to see. Loeri drops 11, goes double digits. Nobody else even close to that other than Bills going 9-6. That is going to conclude our series for the days. But guys, we're not done in the EU Winter Cup 2021. We're going to be back next Thursday. Synopsis for the day. We'll take a look at the results from today's matchups. We'll go ahead and talk about that. I'll pull it up for us to look at. We're going to see Alpenfusta taking out XOXO, Asilium taking out Asilium going, dropping 2 straight games to Affiliate, as we saw earlier. Team Elevate dropping 2 to Kings. Tragic, as we just saw, 2-0. Iconic in off-streams matches. Sinks takes out Ancient Esports 2-0. Crypto making their debut. I'm surprised that they took Bunker Esports to a game 3. I have hope in Crypto now. The ability to take Bunker Gold formerly, now Bunker Esports, as we saw Bunker Black is no longer a thing. It is Asilian. Crypto are they the new white horse for this EU comp scene? Is this something I need to know about? Come on, talk to me.
I suppose the judgment can be a little bit more when we see them on stream. The fact that maybe they would have known that they were playing off stream, that can help a team because, like stage fright, so to speak, you can maybe feel a little bit more under pressure if you know your game is going to be broadcast and your flaws can be exposed. So the fact that their first game in this mobile mayhem for themselves is off stream definitely would have helped them. But other than that, time will tell. They need to, I suppose, come in with a bang. They need to maybe kind of prove themselves, as well as send a bit of a message to the other teams. I'm excited to see them play. I think that's the biggest thing, is that I am definitely excited to see Crypto play.
Absolutely. I am excited to see them play too. They're going to be in a division where they could definitely make things happen as we pull up the standings for the series so far. Affiliate extending their lead, 140 points for them. Kings not far behind, 120. Tragic, we just saw, take 2 games away from Iconic. They're up to 110. And it looks like it is just going to stay competitive. If you're Sinks, you got to think that you're still in this, even though you're down pretty heavily. Is there a chance? I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how they perform Thursday. For the side of the Division 2 series, Elevate, as we saw, lost. Iconic lost. So that particular division is just going to be at a complete standstill. Alpenfestung is able to snag 20 points today as they took 2 away from XOXO. And this is the division you want to be in. If we see anything come from Crypto they definitely have an opportunity to make their presence known. This is the division you need to be in if you are crypto. I'm looking forward to seeing how they play. I don't know about anybody else out there. As I'm saying that, I've seen a lot of competition from this European comp scene. So a newer team is going to breathe life into me as I see them grow and progress. Taking Bunker Esports to a Game 3 is just absolutely outstanding for your first day on the job. So, guys, if you're still with us, this is going to conclude our series for the day. Imperium, I'm going to give you the last word, my guy. What are your words of wisdom?
Obviously, all of the games today didn't go to Game 3. So, on one hand, I'm actually pretty happy that the teams that won, bar Iconic nearly beating Tragic, were done in pretty strong fashion. For the teams that lost, you got to take it on the chin. You got to evolve, like you did touch upon. COD Mobile EU is ever evolving, week on week, day by day. Teams are getting stronger, they're getting more experience, and they should look to use that where it matters in these competitive tournaments. But on to me, good stuff today. But I miss a Game 3, and I hope we'll see more of them on Thursday.
Absolutely, guys. So you heard it here first. We need to say Game 3s on Thursday. All right. That'll be it for today's series. We're going to go ahead and get a raid ready. You guys want to raid? You want to be some verdict raiders going over to my guy Jim? Maybe if Jim can do it, if Jim can't do it, nobody can, right? Jim, he's our man. Absolutely, guys. We're going to go ahead and get set up. We're going to go ahead and raid my guy Jim. Let him know. Show him some love. Drop the mana. Drop the elixir, guys. Show this guy some support as he gave us some great content today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back Thursday. Looking forward to it.